Okay. Alright, so we're going to be streaming for 2 hours, folks. We're just making sure the stream is viewable. Because at the moment I can't seem to see my stream. What is going on? Is this privated? Okay, yeah, now it's showing. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, let me just make my post, and then we could start the stream. Ultimate Hines 2. Okay, I have made my post. I am an hour early today because I have somewhere to go at 9. So we're gonna stream for 2 hours today. Alright, so there we are. We're just gonna wait for everybody to join up. Okay. So now that we're up and about, I'm gonna be rolling with the Ultimate Fantastic Four this episode, because we haven't done that before. So we gotta get everybody from the Ultimate Fantastic Four. Where's Reed? There you are. We've got Reed. Sweet. So we're gonna stick on this we're gonna stay on this menu till we get more people in. But yeah, today it's an Ultimate Fantastic Four stream. Let's make sure everybody's leveled up. Reduces. What else? What do we want? XP gained. Gonna have to go with that. Gonna have to go with that too. Well, oh no, wrong menu. Oh, so I didn't level up the thing. Let's get everything up to level to about 4 left. Lift objects. Frequent use. Yeah, we'll max that out. Reduce all incoming damage. That seems good. We've got to level up Johnny. abilities. Raises all fire attacks. Yeah, get that maxed out. Fusion damage. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Cool. I should have everybody set up. So today, people, it's an ultimate Fantastic Four stream.
Smart choice.
Hello. See what my man's saying. Then again, I think we've done all this already, but why the hell not? Oh, Uber Eats is giving me messages now. So that was a pretty nasty scene back in Prison 42. Are you alright?
I'm getting there. I never realized what Vance went through during his incarceration until I found myself in that horrible place. I'm just grateful to have gotten out alive.
Did they torture you? We're glad to have been able to help. What about their mind control criminals?
Nothing like that, no, but up until recently I'd never gotten anything more serious than a parking ticket.
Any word on what happened to Justice and the rest of the anti-registration prisoners?
Nothing. It was hard enough attending the memorial service, but to not know if Vance has become one of them.
We need to focus on how to treat this new threat. He may have escaped somehow. Better that than dead, though.
There's always hope, I guess. And that's what I'm clinging to. Anyway, thanks for saying hi. Now I think I need a little time to myself.
Say no more. Hello, She-Hulk.
Hi
what
there.
are you telling me? Any word on what's happening out there, She-Hulk?
Some crazy stuff. I think they're going to fill us in soon, but just watching the news tells me it's getting bad, and fast.
So what's the plan? Any idea how we'll fit in? Think they'll come here? This is Reed Richards. These are some silly questions.
My guess is we'll be sending out strike teams to deal with various hotspots. From what I hear, some of us will stay behind to hold down the fort.
Where do we stand with the regard of the Registration Act? Shouldn't everybody be arresting each other?
With everything that's going on, I don't think anyone's got that on their minds. If we can't keep this thing from spreading, the SRA won't matter.
Maria Hill must be fuming. Well, that's good to have everybody on the same side again. So what is the law of convenience? I'm gonna go for Maria Hill must be fuming.
When isn't she? That's about all I've got time for right now. Talk to you later.
Say no more. I'm gonna go get that XP, and then we're gonna go start up the next mission. Oh, we still got Captain America to talk to. Alright, go on then.
Hello, Reed.
Oh, we got a special dialogue. Steve, I haven't had the chance to apologize for a lot of things.
Maybe you should pick your favorite.
If you're going to take that attitude, maybe apologies aren't in order after all. I'm sorry that we ended up on different sides regarding the Registration Act. I feel terrible by our actions. We've placed all of humanity in jeopardy. I mean, it did, though. Hey, Spider Saiyan 1610, and he says, "Hey, SOP. Just finished watching Comics Explained's video on the Sentry/Void. The Void is terrifying." Yes, he is. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be terrifying in Thunderbolts. Still don't know if I want to go see that yet, though. But I'm still thinking about it. We're only a few weeks away from release, so I still got time to think if I'm going to go see that. But yeah, man, glad that you're joining the stream. We're going to be streaming for 2 hours, because I got somewhere to be. Because, yeah, I got some stuff to deal with, but we're going to do our stream. So which number do we go for? Do we go for 1, 2, or 3, buddy? So the first option is, well, we got a special dialogue with Captain America, and the special dialogue is, "If you're going to take that attitude, maybe apologies aren't in order after all." Number 2, "I'm sorry that we ended up on different sides regarding the Registration Act." Or number 3, "I feel that by our actions, we've placed humanity in jeopardy." What do we go for, buddy? But yeah, man. Ultimate Alliance 4 people. Add the Sentry in there. That would be absolutely lovely. But yeah, buddy, what do we go for? Alright, so what else we got today? So, I think we got Ultimate Black Panther or Ultimate X-Men this week. That should be fun to cover. Well, Black Panther anyway. Yeah. Alright, since you haven't responded, I think I'm gonna go for number 2. Actually, no, I think I'll go for number 3, because they did cause the nanites to spread.
There's no time to dwell on that. We need to focus on this new threat now.
Okay, should our focus be on curing people or just winning the war? I could invest my time evaluating their network vulnerabilities, or maybe I should try to get us back into Prison 42, see what really happened. Number 1.
I don't know enough about this thing to give you solid advice on that. Maybe check with Tony.
Maybe check with Tony, but where is Tony? He ain't in here though. Tony ain't in the building. Let's go get that XP. Hey, we're gonna go start up the next mission. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Wrong machine. My bad, folks. My bad. Hi, She-Hulk.
In the span of just a few hours, the world has gone insane. The Nanite Collective's agents are swarming all over the globe, infecting key victims in an apparent bid to eliminate all serious resistance to their expansion.
Their movements seem methodical and well coordinated. They must have used Prison 42's portal system to move this fast. Worse, time is on their side. If we can't stamp this out quickly, it will grow to encompass all of humanity.
In the face of this new threat, the Registration Act has been temporarily suspended to allow us to work together.
We're deploying teams around the world, but the most explosive situation right now is in the African nation of Wakanda, which has reported a massive incursion into their capital city. Ruled by our friend T'Challa, also known as the Black Panther, Wakanda is a highly advanced country blessed with the world's only deposits of vibranium.
Your knowledge of the Nanite Collective makes you the best team to send into this combat zone. Do whatever it takes to help Black Panther defeat these invaders and regain control of his country.
Thank goodness you're here, my friends. No time for pleasantries, though. The enemy have our city surrounded and are firing on us with siege breach cannons. Please take off those guns. We can't hold out against them much longer.
Say no more, Black Panther. We'll get that sorted for you, buddy. Yes, folks, we're playing as the ultimate Fantastic Four.
You will never take Wakanda and invade us.
But Dora Milaje showing up as well.
Let's make something.
I'm pretty sure I have the reach advantage.
You're a part of human force.
I would have preferred to talk this out.
Would you now, Reed?
Can I get some help?
Oh shit.
If you say so.
Sweet, I think that's everybody.
Thank you, heroes. Your help is most welcome. The nanites are spreading. The escaped inmates have infected hordes of mercenaries. And now they have come for us. We must stop their assault before they take the city. The cannons are our primary target.
Thanks for the intel. We'll handle things from here. You know the lay of the land. Lead the way. So if you're only support we're getting from... so you're the only support we're getting from the Wakandan military? Let's go for the middle. Let's be polite.
I shall. It will be an honor to fight alongside you. Come, they have more artillery ahead. I will open the security fields for you.
Yes, people, we are in the Ultimate Alliance universe's version of Wakanda.
Not bad for a scientist.
I'm guessing this is where Marvel's Avengers got their inspiration from. Time to clear. Nice.
Excellent. We should ascend the mountain.
Tell the rest of the hive mind they're next.
Hello again. Hello, Brian, or Spider Brian Zilla. I am live streaming 1 hour early today, and welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the Godzilla vs. Hulk video. Godzilla is my favourite movie, by the way, and the best Godzilla design. Yeah, man. So I've got Godzilla 2014 on Blu-ray, and I've also got that hard-to-get figure now. It was the 12-inch tall, 24-inch long Godzilla figure from NECA. It was the one with the roar. Yeah, I got that bad boy on my shelf. Right next to him, I got a Mecha Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong.
This ancient lock was built to secure the path, but I'm sure
Yeah, I like
you'll
it
be
better than
able to open it.
in King of the Monsters and GVK. I hear that. So, what are your thoughts? Have you heard the news that Toho are investing deep in Godzilla. So apparently it's a good few billion yen, or well, I don't think that's Japanese currency, but it's a good few billion of their currency, and which is about half a billion US dollars. I hear that they're going to be investing in like more films, like amusement rides, and even video games, which caught my eye when I heard that information. I really do hope that is going to be the case, because I think we are long overdue for some Godzilla games, and obviously Godzilla Minus One was fantastic. I went to go see that twice in the cinema. Yeah, that will happen around... Oops. Yeah, that will happen around 2028. Yeah, makes sense. Or before 2028. Yeah. So I'm hoping like we get like a Godzilla versus Godzilla Save the Earth kind of game, or you know, like the what was the company's name? You know, the company who made the Pipeworks games. That's it, the Pipeworks games. Yeah, so I'm hoping with the Pipework games we get something on that level of quality. You know, we get like a kaiju beat 'em up kind of sandbox game, because like we do have Gigabash for that. I mean, you know, we have got our Godzilla DLC and our Ultraman DLC in that, but like I'm really hoping we get like a proper AAA Godzilla game on par with the vision of the Pipeworks games, because I think the Pipeworks trilogy of video games is probably the best Godzilla games we have to date. I know there are some arcade Godzilla games out there, some older ones that are pretty good, but I never really got into those. I don't have the console or the right console to play those 2D games. So for me, mainly it was like the Pipeworks games, but I'm really hoping we get something on that level of quality, or damn, even a remaster would be nice, you know? And he says, King of the Monsters and GMK or GBK designs look copy and paste version of legendary Godzilla with the spines of 1954 and nothing new about it. Well, for me, I like most of the new designs of MonsterVerse Goji. So I like 2014, King of the Monsters and GBK, but Godzilla X Kong's design, not so much. I don't like the new one. I think it's a little bit, it's a bit weird when it comes down to the anatomy, personally. I see what they were trying to do, like, it was some sort of inspiration to, what's his name? To like Millennium Goji, with like the sleek kind of design, and a bit of Shin Godzilla with the purple or the pink energy. They said they will make, they stay in the makes of games right now. But don't get me wrong, I like it, but a gold... Shit! I should have paused the game. My bad. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but I love Evolved Goji better than the pre-evolved. Yeah. So it reminds me of 2000s. So yeah, I see where that inspiration was going. But I kind of think the size, I kind of think he was a little too skinny. But I see what they were going for. Because if we do think about it, like Godzilla 2000 was relatively more skinny than we traditionally see with Goji. But I do fuck with the Millennium style still. The reason why I like them is because of the dorsal plates for like the Millennium era. I mean, I know we do have GMK, Godzilla vs. Mothra and King Ghidorah, but I really do like the kind of lightning design we have for Millennium Goji. You know, he has that lightning kind of look to his dorsal fins. Really do like them. But I was expecting him to become bigger when he was evolved. Yeah, I see what you mean with that. Yeah, like after he killed off what was her name? Not Shimo. What was the serpent creature that Goji killed in GXK again? What was her name? The one with the purple energy before he killed. Then again, yeah, Godzilla was murking a lot of kaiju in GXK, so he murked what we thought was Tiamat, that's it, Tiamat. Yeah, so I liked her design as well. I think she was a pretty cool Titan. But the thing is, though, in GXK, like, Godzilla was out here burying kaiju, or titans even. Like, he killed off Scylla, that spider-looking kaiju, and did, like, a Showa-style jump on her. And then he went off and killed Tiamat. And then throughout the rest of the movie, we just see him on smoke. Like, Guy came out, heard Kong came to the surface world. He was pissed about that. Well, then again, he did get his ass handed to him by Kong in that situation, briefly. I don't like how that scene was written, because if Goji was more powerful, was slightly more powerful during the pyramid scene, I don't like how Kong managed to knock him out, but I'ma let that slide. But yeah, though, like, Goji was an absolute beast in GXK. But yeah, though, so I have been hearing some of the rumors that have been going on for the new Godzilla movie. So I'm hearing that it's going to be more focused on Goji. And we're going to get Alan. We're getting Alan from the Jurassic Park films in there. So I'm really excited to see him. Big fan of Neil. But I do think it's a little bit cliche, though. Seeing him, seeing Neil come back into another, like, dinosaur movie. Like, first it was Jurassic Park, and now he's coming in Godzilla. Like, yeah, it's a little bit cliche, but I'm not complaining. You know, like, I absolutely loved his character in the Jurassic Park films. Even though he didn't really do much in Jurassic World Dominion, I don't think they really gave him and the lovely lady and Jeff Goldblum's characters much to do. But hopefully with the new Godzilla film, they give Neil a lot to do with the script. But yeah, though, so I'm hearing some rumors saying that we might be getting characters like not characters, we were getting like zombie kind of titans, like cyborg titans, and potentially Space Godzilla. But then again, those are Space Godzilla's more of a fan rumor than leak rumor, from what I've been seeing. I wouldn't complain.
You sure you want to pick on a girl?
Any Toho character, if we get any new Toho or any OG Toho monster for Godzilla to fight, that's an automatic. I'm happy with it. Even though we have been getting some new Titans, like, I must admit, as much as I do like the Monsterverse, I do kind of think their Titans are a little bit basic. Oh, a -1 sequel, yeah, so that's been confirmed. But then again, we pretty much knew. Let's be real. Like, when it cut... Oh, Havoc. We're fighting Havoc. Hold on, let me just pause this real quick. So for, like, Godzilla -1 sequel, I think it was pretty obvious we were going to get a sequel for that, because it's the best-selling Toho-made Godzilla movie ever made, and Tama Yakazaki did a very good job with the movie. You know, he did the writing, he did some of the CGI. No, he was in charge of the CGI, and it was made with under less than $10 million. Fantastic movie. So it was quite obvious with, like, the ending as well. So I hear we are going to be getting a direct sequel to -1, and we are going to be getting a kaiju in that movie. Like, apparently that seems to be the next thing we're going to be seeing, a kaiju. I hope they do it justice. Like, I really do hope they do it justice, because -1, in my opinion, is a damn near masterpiece. Like, I couldn't find a flaw with that movie. So seeing the director come back and we might be getting a new kaiju for Godzilla to fight in that, yeah, I'm sold. And I heard the I heard that the the novelization was pretty good. So yeah, the design for -1 is also solid. We got a mixture of pretty much every Godzilla in there. Like, we got a mixture of Showa, Heisei, a little bit of we do see a little bit of Millennium, and a little bit of Shin Godzilla in there. But I think, yeah, the design for -1 Goji is by far one of the best. And what I really liked about the design of -1 Goji was that his skin texture looked like it was made out of crustacean, like coral or reef that you would see in the sea. I really liked that effect. It's like a mixture of legendary, Heisei, and Showa. And I do see a little bit of MonsterVerse in there. Yeah, I do see that. So that's what I really liked about it. There's a bit of everything when it came down to the design of -1 Goji. You know, so if you do like your classic look, you've got that. And if there's a particular era of Godzilla, you've also got that with the -1 design, which I'm very happy about. So I reckon Godzilla might change in the next movie. I think we might get like a new design if we think about it, because in the novelization, which I do wish we did get a little bit more detail in this in the movie, but he did say in the novelization Godzilla's design does completely change because of the bomb. Or because there was barely anything left of him when the bomb activated. So what I'm thinking, because of the ending of -1 Goji, I think we might see a new design for him. But let me know what you think. He also says, yeah, he's also weaker that he died to a regular human with a jet plane. I can see where you're going with that. Yeah. But I could be wrong, but maybe I kind of got this feeling from Goji like he had this ability to adapt to like his environment, but this was more catered towards like Shin. But from what I can see, like how his design looked, it looked like it had evolved in a new way from where he was. So if we do think about it, like the bomb did make him stronger overall, but I think every time he dies, he will come back a little bit more different. A bit like Doomsday, like he'll come back a little bit more different, and he won't be susceptible to the same thing twice. But then again, he did get blown up in the mouth twice in the movie, so I could be wrong about that theory. Let's see what he said. Also, and killed most of Godzilla's, but not all of them. Yeah, that's true. But that's also a thing. So, like, Godzillasaurus, when he was in the beginning of the film, before he got hit with the atomic bomb, like, the director did confirm, like, he is a naturally occurring monster in that world. So he is naturally occurring. So I want to know, like, where's the rest of Goji's species in this universe? And also, it was very brief. Blink and you'll miss it. But when you see Godzilla in the beginning of the movie, he does have scars all over his body, but he also does have a weak healing factor before he got hit with the bomb. So what I want to know is what caused that damage to pre-evolved Goji in -1, because we still need to see what Goji in that universe was fighting. But I think we'll probably get an answer to that in the sequel of -1. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where they go with the sequel to that, because I think that movie was a damn near masterpiece in my opinion. Straightforward, dialogue was very good. They made the human aspect of the story as well very good. I'm not gonna lie, the MonsterVerse has had that issue with making likable characters. I think the most liked characters that I can recall, based on feedback from the fan base, really has been Bryan Cranston's character, who got wasted, and Trapper from Godzilla X Kong. Like, I would say those two... Oh, no, I'm forgetting about Shirazawa. Sorry. Ken Watanabe Shirazawa was also very beloved. Other than those three characters, I don't think the MonsterVerse has gotten the human aspect of the story down just yet. They have made some relatively good characters other than those three, like Charles Dance's villain. Very brief, very Saturday cartoon kind of villain, but for the most part I think he was okay as a villain. But I still think the human aspect of the MonsterVerse could do with some improvement. Then, who else we got? See what he says in the comments. So, when the Godzillasaurus comes out of the darkness, we see as a human at the plane. Hold on, let me reread that. Hold on. Let me reread that. Hold on. So let me catch up with the comments. So to make sure I got killed with the plane. He's also going to become bigger and stronger, and when he's evolved in his new form in the new movie. Also killed most of the Godzillas, but not all of them. He's probably fighting another Godzilla. Yeah, so there's been a lot of discussion about that, even up when Shin Godzilla wasn't even out. There was rumors about this. I'm not too sure if anybody else has heard about these rumors, but before or Godzilla Resurgence, I should say. But before that came out, there were these rumors and leaks talking about there was going to be a different Godzilla in Shin Godzilla and also with -1. This rumor or this idea of having basically another normal or relatively normal Godzilla, so not like Space Godzilla or like Mecha Godzilla, but like another of his species. There's been a lot of talk about this and demand for it. I would say within the last decade, since the MonsterVerse has come out, there has been a lot of talk of two Godzillas that are relatively the same going at it. So I would like to see that. And as for -1's rumors and leaks, there was it was just rumors though, it wasn't legit. But there were rumors about there being another Godzilla, how there was two in the movie, how one of them was hit by the atomic bomb, and the other one was relatively normal, so it was supposed to be more like an orca, but this was just a rumor that turned out to be bullshit. But that was just a rumor from what I heard, and it did sound quite good, but I don't know if Toho's gonna do it though, but I would like to see it. Then he says, he was having scars that he was caused by another creature, so no way it was, him getting affected with guns to scar him. Yeah, I see what you mean. So my guess is he's fighting another Godzilla. I hope that would be the case, because we haven't seen, like, two Godzillas of the same species going at it in a story. I would like to see that, personally, and I would like to see like how they could go with a new spin with it, because you don't know, it could be basically another regular Godzilla, it could be a female, you know, because we haven't really seen that before, you know, we haven't seen like a female Godzilla, because typically Godzilla's, you know, one of those reptiles who can produce asexually. I know that is a quote from the 1998 movie, hear me out. Now, if we think about Manila or Godzuki, or whoever you want to call him, it was typically known that Godzilla was a dude and, you know, he could have babies. But what if we actually did get to see like a female member of the species? And, you know, we could have like that kind of love drama there, where like Godzilla's trying to meet another member of his species, but the humans get to it before he does. And like the humans kill it off, and Godzilla gets pissed off even more, because now there's literally no hope of his species continuing. That could be a plot line they could do, but Godzilla's never needed another member of his species. Like, you know, like he's always been able to produce by himself, but I don't know. You know, but I would like to see another Godzilla go up against Godzilla. That was from Dangerville. Thank you. I also watched Dangerville as well. So yeah, so that was probably a lot of the theories that I'm speaking about. He's probably covered it. So some of like the rumors for like MonsterVerse, or even I believe it was Shin. I don't know if he's been about since like Godzilla Resurgence, but I'm pretty sure he has. But a lot of the things that I've spoken about in this stream, a lot of it comes from other Godzilla content creators. So he keeps me up to date a lot. So like him. I think there's Stupendous Wave, then there's Godzilla 93, I watch ETN, Dangerville, But there's another one that there's another content creator that Dangerville collaborates with quite often. Is it the British man? I know there's Dangerville, and there's another content creator that he does collabs with every once in a while. Forgot his name, but I watch him too. So it's the British guy, and there's the American guy that that these two collaborate every once in a while. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I also... That's it! Goji Center. Yes, thank you. Goji Center. Yeah, so I watch him too. And there's also another channel where they do like character bios. I believe this is also Goji Center, where they do like little animations and they go through like the characters' abilities, or like the monsters' abilities. I believe that is Goji Center as well, but I think that's somebody else. Then we've also got D-Man. D-Man 1954, I watch him a lot. But yeah, man, like D-Man, I've been watching him since he was a youth. But yeah, though, so... And Mr. H reviews as well. I watch him on a daily basis. I big up Mr. H reviews, man. He just got his car robbed not too long ago, but big him up. But yeah, man, I want a Godzilla game. Now, you see, the thing is, I've got... Hold on, let's wait for the dialogue.
We must activate one last tower. Let us descend. I shall open the way for you.
You see, the thing is, I've got Godzilla PS4. I've got it. I've got a physical copy of that game. The thing is, I pre-ordered that game, and I've still got the receipt for it in the case. So I got it from Game, and I don't think I'm ever going to sell it, because that game is ridiculously expensive now. But yeah, I got that the day it released. And I remember watching Angry Joe's review that the game's garbage. Don't get it twisted, the game is absolutely garbage, but I still play it from time to time, because that's the only Godzilla game I've got. I've got Godzilla Save the Earth on the PlayStation 2 as well, but my PlayStation 2 controller don't work, so I can't fucking play that shit. So I can't play any of my classics right now, so I've got like Godzilla Save the Earth, Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, like the Sam Raimi game, I've got that as well. I can't play those motherfuckers because I ain't got my PS2 controller working. And you see, the thing is, I've also got Spawn. If anybody has ever read Spawn, like the anti-hero from Image Comics, I've got Spawn Armageddon. That, bro, that game was also a bit controversial because of how buggy it was, but bro, I would love a new Spawn game. Or hell, just port it onto modern day consoles. You know? Like, I don't know why companies don't do that. Like, they've got so many classic console games, but they don't, like, port them. You don't even need to do a remaster. Like, if the Pipeworks games came to modern day consoles without a remaster, no touch into the graphics, I would still buy it. All of them. Like, Ubisoft as well. Like, Ubisoft's fucked right now. Companies nowadays are becoming stupid. That is, you see, that is so underrated because that is true. Like, Ubisoft right now is pretty much fucked. Like, Ubisoft is completely fucked right now. But the thing is, Ubisoft do not have to do much to stay in business. You see, the thing is, they've got so many games before the PS3 generation that they could just emulate, like just port onto modern day consoles. You can literally be lazy. You don't even need to remaster your old games, and you can still make money. Like, for example, I don't know if you've ever played these games, but the Legacy of Kain, like, some of these games are really old. They started off on the PlayStation 1. So I've got all of them except for Defiance on the PlayStation 5. I've got it on the 2 though. I've got Legacy of Kain Defiance on the PlayStation 2, which I also can't play. I've got Blood Omen 1, 2, Soul Reaver 1 and 2. I believe there's another one, but Yeah, but it was Defiance. I've got all of them, and most of them haven't even been remastered. Only Soul Reaver 1 and 2 have, and I still play the other games. Like, that's all you need to do. You don't even need to do no remasters, just port it. But I don't know why companies don't want to do it. Like, so many companies are so desperate to make a fucking live service, you know? It's like, bro, you don't need to even put that amount of money into a game. Just port your own shit, and I'll buy it. But I think that's what companies are going to start doing now, because I think the live service bubble has burst. Oh my gosh, we just got fucked. Like, all of all of these companies nowadays all want to either make a Destiny or a Fortnite. It is so irritating to see how many games are failing because they all want this live service money. But they all seem to forget, if your live service game does not do well on day of release, if it is not successful on release date, it's fucked. Yeah, like you're not gonna be able to do a Destiny if your live service game isn't on point at release. And most of them never are. Like, I've grown up on live services, like, bro, man grew up on Destiny the whole of last generation. Destiny 1, Destiny 2, The Division 2, Warframe, like live Marvel's Avengers, like live services. I played most of them last generation and watched most of them fail. Right, bro, I put over 1,000 hours into Marvel's Avengers, and now I'm at the point where it's like I'm so sick and tired of these always online games where I have to grind. I'm not as young as I used to. Like, back in the day, I used to grind on a lot of video games. You know, I used to play Destiny, Warframe. Like, I got 9,000 hours, or about 8,000 hours on Destiny 1 on my old PSN account. That's not all gameplay, of course. I've got to download the app again to get pure gameplay. But that's how much I played Destiny 1 on my PlayStation 4. I've nearly got 9k hours on that game. But it just got to the point where I cannot play these games anymore. Like, you can't have too many games where I have to put days in, days out, thousands of hours just to be able to be the strongest character in the game. I ain't got the energy. I don't have the energy to do it no more. There's too many live services. Then again, Ultimate Thing did defeat the Hulk, so I'll give him that. So what I would like to see is, like, if you do want to have an online component to your game, it has to be a component. It can't be the whole damn aspect of the whole damn game. You know, like, none of this always online. I should be able to play the game online or offline whenever I want, and it should have a PvE and a PvP mode. That's it. Like, you know, I'm so sick and tired that everything has to be bloody live service. Then we got, so I did mention, I did play Destiny 1 and 2. So I played Destiny 1 up until it died, up until year 3. Destiny 2 I gave up on right after the Warmind DLC. I did buy the others, like I did buy Foreskin, that's what I like to call it, Foreskin. But, oh my, like, dude, you should have saw my old channel, bro. Like, literally my old Mr. Menziah YouTube channel. I used to be a Destiny content creator. Like, that was my main content, and I used to make rants. But basically, played Destiny 1 up until it died. Played Destiny 2 up until halfway through year 1, and slowly drifted away. I went back onto Warframe after Destiny 1, but I don't play Warframe no more either. But the thing is, you have an old channel, yeah, so it's called Menziah, so that's M-E-N-Z-I-A-H. So I used to do gaming content primarily. It was all gaming. But back in the day, I was primarily a Destiny content creator. That's the content I used to do. I'm not proud of most of it. I mean, most of the content is now been privated, because I'll be real, I was one of those YouTubers that made a lot of rants back in the day. Like, I used to make a lot of rants about the PvP. So, for me, PvP was very passionate for me because I was a shotgun player through most of Destiny 1. Like, I was a shotgun main. Titan, shotgun rusher. So I was there when shot package was the main perk you wanted on your shotgun. I was there when they removed shot package from shotguns. And I was there when snipers were the main meta. Hated that meta. But yeah, I used to do a lot of Destiny rants. But basically, right now, when it comes down to Bungie, I have seen Marathon, and I absolutely have zero interest to play the game. I'm not into extraction shooters, and personally, I don't see why anybody should pay for a video game that's going to be PvP only and always online. I don't see a justification for me to pay anything for a game like Marathon, because to me, Marathon just looks like another Concord. And honestly, Concord looked like Destiny to me. Like, because I heard like it did have developers who worked on Destiny and other first-person shooters worked on Concord, and that game was always online, PvP only, and you had to pay for it. No! Stop doing that! If you've got a PvP only game and it's always online, it should be free to play! Like Marvel Rivals. I love Marvel Rivals. It's a live service. And the thing is, it gives me choice. I could play PvE, I can go against the AI mode, which I always do. Or, if I'm in the mood for PvP, I could go do that. And go get some extra rewards that I can't access in PvE. But that's fair. You know, if you're going to go against the AI, you shouldn't get the best shit, personally. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, yeah, it is peak. Like, bro, it is peak Marvel. Like, to tell you the truth, I've got to put both my hands up. I was one of those people who spoke shit about Marvel Rivals before it came out. I'm going to tell the truth. I was one of those people. When I heard it was going to be a PvP hero shooter, like Overwatch, I was like, nah, it wasn't gonna be for me. And I saw the graphics, like the more cartoony graphics, I was like, nah, I didn't like what I was seeing. I writ it off. I writ the game off, and I was like, you know what? Since the game is free to play, why not? And when I played the game, automatic, my view changed. I've got, actually, let me check right now, let me check right now, 1 sec. So, on my PlayStation 5, I have 354 hours on Marvel Rivals right now. I play primarily against the AI mode, but I fucking love Rivals. I like, bro, I just play as the Hulk, I play as the Maker, or the Reed Richards as the Maker. Like, it's fun. And it's free to play, and if you want to go earn skins, you can go earn your skins in-game without paying a penny. You can do that. Or, if you do want to go pay for the skins that you like. It gives you options, you know? You can get your skins for free! And I'm sitting here like, yeah, you're wondering, and not you, but game developers are wondering why it's beating Overwatch. Game developers are wondering why it's like competing with Call of Duty and it's free to play. Because it actually gives people what they want and it's a live service. Not to mention, everybody look good in Rivals. Even if I don't like every design for every character, for the most part, they look unique and have that traditional kind of Marvel look and look cool at the same time. You know, or they have their own unique design for the characters. You know, when I played Marvel's Avengers, you know, every single one of those characters looked like dog shit. The reason why they all look like dog shit in Marvel's Avengers is because that game was primarily made to sell skins, and most of those skins look like garbage. You know? Like, Marvel's Avengers literally tried to be a Destiny. You didn't need to. You put way too much effort in the gear system when you didn't even need that. I put 1,000 hours into Marvel's Avengers. Don't get it twisted. I played the fuck out of it. I've even got the Platinum Trophy on the PS4 and 5 versions of that game. Played the raid. But bro, the raid. Alright, so since we're talking about Marvel Rivals, let me explain. The amount of bugs in Marvel's Avengers. Oh my gosh. So basically, in the raid in Marvel's Avengers, if there was a bug where somebody got kicked, there was no checkpoint system. Everybody had to reload, and your friend had to join in, and you had to start the raid from scratch all over again. This happened quite a lot. There was always some sort of game-breaking bug in Marvel's Avengers every day. Every day. Every day there was some sort of bug. But I had a lot of fun playing that raid. So we went to Wakanda, and you fought Ulysses Claw in his like sound form. Really fun raid. Met some really good people playing Marvel's Avengers, but the game was dog shit. Dog shit. Played as Hulk the most. I played as Iron Man. I even got all the ultimate suits in that game. So all of the Ultimate Universe suits, I got those. Like that crappy Ultimate Iron Man with like the big eyes and the big head. The one that got retconned. Yeah, that happened too. Shit, who am I waiting for here? Who am I waiting for? Oh, no, I gotta put a battery in. Hold on. You know, so I played a shit ton of Marvel's Avengers. I played a shit ton of these live service games. Ah, that's what I was looking for. Like, I played a shit ton of them, but most of them died. Most live service games are going to die. So I don't understand why so many of these game developers, or not even the developers, it's the game publishers. Oh, one sec.
But there is more to be done. We must activate one last tower. Let us descend. I shall open the way for you.
I'm not even gonna lie. She looks a bit like Letitia Wright, like Shuri's actress from the MCU. She does kind of look like her. But as I was saying, so when it comes down to like live service games, the risk is just too high for the reward. There's more chances your game's gonna flop than you actually getting anything to be successful. Anyway, let me read these comments. Yeah, I'll check it on later on. Marvel Rivals is peak. Same here. Imagine if they added the Sentinels to Rivals. Oh my gosh, if they added Sentinels to Rivals. So let me guess, that'd probably be like Vanguard. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a Vanguard class. Definitely. Just like from the... okay. So if they went with the Sentinels from Days of Future Past from the movie, I would fuck with that. Because I do like that design for the Sentinels. Really underrated design, in my opinion, from the Days of Future Past film. But if we actually got Sentinels in Marvel Rivals, boy. Oh, that would slap. The characters in Avengers are slow as fuck. Yeah. They did compensate for that within like the last, I think it was like 9 months. I think the last 9 months of Marvel's Avengers lifespan. They did buff all the superheroes, so like getting kills in that game was fun, and you could always get orbs. So like it was a bit like Destiny, you know, when you get orbs of light, it would charge up your super faster. So it was a bit the same thing with Marvel's Avengers. So you had like these gear sets that would let you charge supers. the characters did become extremely powerful, like Winter Soldier. He was one of the most powerful characters in that whole game, but it didn't make a difference because by the time they made those changes, most of the player base was gone.
We must travel to their Panther's
So that's
palace
the thing,
through
man.
here.
If you're going to do a live service game, you have to get it right at release. And if you don't get it right at release, the game's going to flop. Let's do clearing. Nice one. Yeah, but yeah though, Marvel's Avengers played the fuck out of it. And now you can no longer play the game. But yeah man, I did enjoy it for the most part. The reason I bought it in the first place was purely to play as the Hulk. That's what I've been saying about live service games. Like, yeah man, like when it comes down to these live service games, man, a lot of them are just garbage. You know, it's just grind fests that nobody really wants to do. Like, the thing is, what it really seems like to me is publishers want constant,
I'll apologize later.
want a constant player base. That's it. They want a constant player base that's playing content constantly throughout the days and months of its lifespan. But when you do that, you need to have the right amount of content. You need to have the right end game content. You need to have the right loot. You know, you need to have the right amount of reward of the loot. It's not easy to do. Like, Destiny got off because Destiny and, well, there was Borderlands before Destiny. But when it came down to, like, Destiny, it was really the first of its kind. But we all know Borderlands is the OG when it comes down to looter shooters. But, like, the live service kind of brand or model to it, that was Destiny. Everybody wanted a fucking Destiny, but you can't all have one. Because if everybody has a Destiny, like let's say EA, Ubisoft, Activision, who else who could be out there with a live service? If everybody have a live service, no one's live service can be successful because there's so many of them. And yes, there is A-Bomb. I'm a little bit disappointed that he was not a playable character in this game, because I really did enjoy playing him. Or not playing him. I really enjoy the character, especially when what was it? Was it Original Sin? When we saw Abomination go up against A-Bomb? Or was it Final Sin? Or was it... I believe it was the one with like the Chaos King storyline. And that was the story where like Abomination like ripped off the scales of A-Bomb. Yeah, I really like that story. But it was a shame though, like there's a lot of characters in this game that you can't actually play as. So like A-Bomb, Havoc, She-Hulk. Like there's a few good characters from Marvel in here that we ain't got the choice to play as. So hopefully if we get a new Ultimate Alliance game, we gotta get more characters in this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I am going to die. Oh. I got buried. Buried! And Spider Saiyan says, imagine if Nimrod would look like... Imagine what Nimrod would look like in the Fox films. He was basically a standard Future Sentinel, but his face is pink, and his entire body is white with a more muscular tone. Yeah, so basically, like, it's Nimrod, like a robotic version of Doomsday. Like, he's like the Sentinel's Doomsday, for like, you know, from DC. And if you really think about it, he can basically do anything and come back from pretty much anything. Because he's basically designed to be like the ultimate mutant killing machine. So yeah, imagine having him in Rivals. Could you imagine playing as him in Rivals? Like, bruh, I can imagine loads of people getting pissed off at him.
I need some help.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Everybody's getting murked. Everybody getting murked. Targeted. There we go. Gotta get that targeted. Get some of our characters back. Yeah, and Justice. See, the thing is, he's not playable either.
Focus on Justice. His powers are shielding A-bomb.
Dying over here.
Burn, bitch, burn!
Getting roughed up here. Score 1 for the ever-loving blue-eyed ring.
Ben! No! I am so fucked! I am so fucked! Don't die, Johnny, don't die! Don't die, you're so close! Come on, Johnny, burn him! Burn him! Burn that! No! No, he got me! That motherfucker! He got me, folks, he got me! Okay. Okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Johnny, you know what to do, buddy. Burn this motherfucker!
Call me Ben.
Damn, you were so close. I know, Brian, I know!
Getting roughed up here.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I need
medical attention.
I need to get him back. Are you playing on medium? Nope, I am playing on the toughest difficulty. So, I've played this game multiple times, so I think I'm on legendary now. I believe, yeah, I'm on legendary mode, so this is where I get all the highest perked abilities and shit. Right, so what do I need? I need to get my fusion up. No.
Sure, why not?
Where's Johnny? Come on, Justice, I've got to kick your ass today. Lovely. You know what, I think we might actually be able to, depends on how fast I play, I think I might actually be able to complete the game tonight. That's a big if though. That's a big if.
I had tougher fights with the Yancey Street gang. Draw.
Come on, Dora Milaje. Yeah, A-Bomb, you stay over there, buddy. No. You stay over there.
Just think of me as a hunk of burning love.
Come on, burn! I gotta stay on the ground so my energy recharges back. Yeah, come on, just finish him, finish him, finish him, finish him off, finish him! And he's down. Oh well, we've got this bitch back though. Burn! We beat them, folks. We beat them! You gonna tell us the dialogue now, ladies?
Our
oh no,
homes are
oh there we go.
I shall post guards with these two while we go secure their palace.
Say no more. Now we gotta go and move up. Just bear with me. I need to fill up my vape. 1 second. There we are. Time to fly. Where are we going? Oh, we're going downstairs. Never mind.
Your help in the city is much appreciated, but the palace defenses are still offline. I must ask for your help once again.
Hold on a minute. That's 616, Johnny. Hold up. My Johnny Storm's got the wrong fucking suit on.
There are 2 towers in the palace defense network. Restore them, and I will open the way to the...
I am dead certain his suit just changed. Yeah, his suit definitely just changed. He had the black boots on. Yeah, somebody rewind it for me and confirm. I am pretty sure my Johnny Storm suit just changed. Burn, baby, burn.
Get tapped out!
Gonna get burned.
And I'm down.
I'll apologize later. If I ever get the chance.
Sue, don't fail me now.
Can't you see I'm hurting?
And I'm down. Let's try that again. So at this point in the game, it starts to get really tough because we're on the last. We're currently on the last mission. So it's Wakanda. It's the last section of the map or the game, but it is quite long. That's why I'm worried. I might not be able to complete it tonight, but we'll definitely get it done by the weekend.
Better a head full of rocks than a head full of nana.
Come on, Fantastic Four. Gotta go.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up.
Come on, enemies, where are you at? I've got a lovely super just waiting for you. Excellent.
Getting roughed up here. Freaks are giving me the creeps.
Hello, bad guys.
Jeez, these guys are tough.
Nice.
We got a BOS sighting.
Nice.
Big orange fist.
We should head up here. Their
Come
first
on,
tower
let us
is just
through.
ahead.
Let us through. Let us through.
It's clobbering time.
Come on, team. Smash this prick up. Nice.
Smart choice.
Oh, my little sister's watching me stream. I literally just got a message from her from WhatsApp. Hello, Lexi. If you are watching, I hope you are enjoying. I am playing Ultimate Alliance 2. I'm about to get my ass whooped. We're doing guided. Do guided. Goodbye, bad guys. It's time to get clobbered. Hello there, Lexi Boo.
Power core to the defense tower.
Nice. That's one tower done. Now we've got to go to the next.
Very good. There is but one more tower to activate.
Now we're about to burn out. Who's dying over here?
It's clobbering time.
Oh!
So that's what it takes to knock out nanites.
Yes, it does. Oh. So, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention. So we got some new comic book covers for Ultimate Incursion. Some of them are actually pretty good. I haven't spoken about Ultimate Incursion in a while. Okay, we've got some pretty solid covers coming for that event. I just hope it's good.
The final power core must still be placed into their large tower.
Flexibility has its advantages.
Score 1 for the ever-loving blue-eyed thing.
Nice. Oh, there's XP over there. Let me go get that XP. Oh, there's the other one. Lovely. Yeah, so Ultimate Invasion or Ultimate Incursion, that's gonna be proccing relatively soon, so hopefully that doesn't do too bad. I'm hoping it's good, and hopefully we get to see Jimmy Hudson make an appearance, but speaking of Jimmy, we do have TVA, that comic, and the last issue of TVA, we had no Jimmy Hudson in it whatsoever. I just hope they aren't going to kill him off. Let's see what that lovely comment said. So, Spider Saiyan says, it's a shame Ultimate Incursion won't retcon what happened to the original Ultimate Universe. Ultimatum, more specifically. Yeah. Because it's like this, how I personally see it, I don't think this new Ultimate Universe is gonna last 15 years. I just don't see that happening. So, and it's like this, if you're just gonna make this new Ultimate Universe a carbon copy of 616, then yeah, people are gonna realize, like, if we're just gonna have two of the exact same universe, then people are most likely just gonna gravitate towards the one than reading both.
Is that you?
Oh,
of
shit.
course, and better than ever.
Oh man, that ain't you. You're one of them now, ain't you?
Ah, now you're getting there. Yep, feels great to be in the fold.
The Fold? Is that what you bozos are calling yourselves?
We figure with a name, with a positive image. We might get some of you throwbacks to see the light and join up voluntarily. Nanite injection goes a lot smoother when you don't fight it.
You gotta be nuts, all of you. No one's gonna be stupid enough to just sign up for...
Don't be so quick to assume we got nothing to bargain with. For example, your friends back at Stark Tower. You join us now, and we'll call off the attack on them.
Not gonna happen, Fury. Or whatever the hell you are.
Your call. But don't say we didn't give you a chance to do this the easy way.
But what exactly would be the easy way? Just me succumbing to the Fold? Fuck all that. Right, this is where the hard part begins, people. Because I'm about to fight a bunch of bad guys, and I'm about to fight Venom and Green Goblin as well. Get those kills. Ah, right in the middle of my super as well. You bastard.
Doubt I knocked any sense into you. Can I get some help?
Come on, come on. Oh, I'm getting raped. I'm getting raped.
You're not starting up another golden age of wireless.
Oh, there goes Reed. Oh, there goes Johnny. And there goes Sue. And there goes the thing. Well, talk about embarrassing. They went right after one after. They went right after each other. Right, let's do this again. Oh, that rock was that Black Panther sure as hell was made out of vibranium if I could break it. Keep in mind that Katie Crichton's voiced T'Challa's great-grandfather in Marvel. Hold on. Keep in mind that Kiri Payton is voicing King T'Challa. What, is it the same? So what, the voice actor that's playing Black Panther in this is the same guy, or is it a different guy? Now, I know the guy who did Kratos, he voice acted Black Panther in, what was it? In Marvel's Avengers. I don't know if it's the same actor in this. But yeah, so when it comes down to that Captain America and Black Panther video game, I'm intrigued by that, because that seems like it's going to be more like an Uncharted style kind of video game, but with Captain America and one of the Black Panthers. So yeah, hopefully that turns out to be good. Captain America with Black Panther. Always going to be a good story. I just hope it does well. Yes, I could use my super. The same actor who voiced Cyborg and Teen Titans. Sweet. Oh shit! I ain't watched that cartoon in a long ass time. Yeah man, I remember watching Teen Titans when I was in my single digits. Holy shit, I got melee crushing damage. Ooh. I just got a medal that gives me extra abilities. Oh shit! Wait! Wait!
Venom as well? How many balls will Fury throw at us?
Yeah, so we got Venom now, folks. We got Venom. Yeah, get off that pole, bitch. Get off that pole. Goodbye, Venom. 19 inches of Venom armor. Where does this meme come from? Like, I don't understand this meme, but I've seen it been said. What is this 19 inches of Venom stand for? Because I've been seeing it, but I don't know what it means, like, or where it comes from. Can somebody please elaborate to me on that, please? What does 19 inches of Venom mean? I see people talking about that on Rivals and shit. It's from Spider-Man 2. Okay. So forgive me, I do have Marvel's Spider-Man 2. The thing is, I've only played it once, and I've only played the Venom mission on repeat. So maybe there is a mission that I have seemed to have forgotten about. Oh, you bastard. Yay, they're down! Oh, there's Venom. See, the thing is, I do like Marvel Spider-Man 2. I just think there's too much Mary Jane and Miles. Mainly Mary Jane. Because, like, those missions for Mary Jane in Marvel Spider-Man 2, it makes the game unplayable for me. Because when I'm playing as, the story is really rushed, sadly. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But you can really tell because there's a lot of, like, storytelling for, like, Kraven. And then, like, the last 15% of the story is basically about Venom. So, yeah. I could definitely tell the story was rushed. And we're not even getting any DLC for the game either, which is disappointing.
Jeez, these guys are tough.
Yeah, we got everybody. We beat them. We beat them.
Thank you. Without your aid, I shudder to think what would have become of my homeland. Now, what should we do with?
All thanks to the backstabbing bastard Sony. Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, man, I think Sony needs to give up the Spider-Man movie rights, man.
Aggressively ramped up its campaign to take over all of humanity. Many of our closest friends and allies remain unaccounted for. We have to assume they've been taken into the fold.
It's no coincidence either. The Fold's primary targets are clearly superhumans. Thanks to the acquisition of Fury and his decades of
Excalibur, the Winter Guard, the China Force.
Collective's power base. Fortunately, Fury's knowledge of Wakanda isn't comprehensive, which is why we've been using Black Panther's palace as our temporary base of operations.
Fold forces were unable to retrieve Venom and Green Goblin after you defeated them. Using the pure nanite samples your team obtained from Prison 42, we've been able to cure these two criminals of their infection.
The fact that Sony didn't want Spider-Man to appear anywhere in the MCU show where it doesn't make any sense at all.
With the Fold growing exponentially.
Yeah, I know, innit? Because, like,
it's becoming obvious we can't win a war of attrition against them.
Yeah, it's mainly because Sony holds the rights, innit? It's like Spidey just watched everyone dying in NYC. Yeah.
Our best minds are working hard to devise a strategy to defeat the Fold before it becomes unstoppable. We'll let you know if and when we come up with anything solid.
Finally, I can
My home is yours, friends.
Almost.
Everything here is at your disposal. Let us meet at the briefing station when you are ready to act.
Excellent, so I can catch up with the comments. So yeah, it's like Spidey watching everyone die, like, where the fuck is he? Yeah, I agree. So mainly, the reason why it's been so restrictive with Spider-Man in the MCU is mainly Sony holding the rights. Like, Sony don't know what to fucking do with Spider-Man. Like, let's be honest. Like, they really don't. And honestly, I would say Sony haven't really made a proper good Spider-Man film probably since, like, Spider-Man 2. If you think about it, ever since Spider-Man 2, every Spider-Man movie has had significant flaws. And then after, when they started introducing him into the MCU, we've got those singular Spider-Man villain movies. And I would say the only ones that have been successful has been Venom, and even that is flawed. So, with Venom, I liked the first one when it first came out, and I don't so much. And same with Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, I never liked that movie even when it came out. And I still haven't seen Venom The Last Dance. I've only seen snippets of that movie. But for me personally, I don't think Sony's done a very good job when it comes down to their Spider-Man characters. Because Venom does not act like Venom at all of how they are in the comic books. Like, Venom is not a comedic character busting jokes. Nah, that's not what I want to see when it comes down to Venom. You know, we had Morbius, that flopped. We had Madam Web. I don't think anybody was looking forward to that, other than seeing maybe Sydney Sweeney in a tight Spider-Woman outfit, and even that was very brief in the movie. So I think Sony needs to give up the rights, but at the same time, I think there needs to be a new head in charge of the MCU. Don't get it twisted, I think Kevin Feige has done a lot for Marvel, you know, like, he pretty much saved Marvel, if we really think about it, because Marvel was bankrupt before the MCU began. You know, like, they filed for bankruptcy, and the MCU really did help. He has helped Marvel make some classic movies, but there have been times in the past where a creator of something can also be the person who leads to its destruction, you know? So I think maybe we need like a new Marvel nerd who's capable of, like, running the company to come in. Like, we don't need no more Hollywood people, because if we really think about it, ever since Stan Lee passed away, the MCU and Marvel has just gone downhill in quality. Like, some people say since Phase 3, I think it's honestly, I think it was since the passing of Stan Lee. Marvel was never really the same afterwards. But what we need right now is you need to get the nerds in charge of Marvel. That's who you need to get. You need to get those people who are just absolute die-hard nerds. They know about the brand. They know about the characters and how they're supposed to be. You know, we can't be getting another, like... Well, I mean... we can't get someone like Kathleen Kennedy, you know, like, because some people might say, well, she worked on Star Wars, she could be a good choice. Like, nah, you need somebody who is really a die-hard nerd, who's got a love for the brand, you know, to be in charge. Because if we really think about it, Kevin Feige was that guy, like, that nerd who really had a vision for Marvel and the movies. And I still think that is there with Kevin Feige, but I think his vision has run its course now. You know, like, bro, you've had a 20-year run. I'd say that's probably better than most franchises out there. Even if the MCU isn't doing too well, I think Kevin Feige... I think Kevin Feige could really just let go and be like, you know what? I went on a 20-year run. I've saved Marvel from bankruptcy. I could retire and have a very good legacy to retire on, despite the box office bombs that the MCU's currently getting right now. But that's what I think personally. You need to not let the Hollywood people run Marvel. That can't happen. Like, we need to differentiate the Hollywood people from the people who work with the brand, because that's who's really in charge of, like, the big brands right now, like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. You don't really have the fans in charge of these brands. It's Hollywood right now, and Hollywood's really not the best people to be in charge, because if you really think about how movies are nowadays, like, a lot of films and shows are shit. Like, there's a really, like, a good amount of shit products coming out of Hollywood. So I think, yeah, make the fans in charge of these IPs again. But yeah, that's just me when it comes down to the MCU right now. Like, we do have, and I still gotta release this video, we do have Marvel's Doomsday coming out next year. I think that's guaranteed to be a success. Like, it's an Avengers movie, plus we're getting all of the Fox movie X-Men characters, so we're getting, like, Charles, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Cyclops, and I believe Jean Grey. Like, that's an automatic that's gonna sell. Like, anybody who's a Marvel fan seeing the old school X-Men engaging with the Avengers, yeah, that's gonna sell. Automatic, that would sell. But they don't think about these things with their other products. Like, with the Thunderbolts, what exactly are we going to see in that movie that makes us want to go out and see that film? To me, it's the Sentry, but I don't think the Sentry is a big enough character for that to be $1 billion at the box office. I think he's a really known character, he's a beloved character, but it doesn't have the same draw as the Fox X-Men characters engaging with the Avengers. You just don't get that kind of vibe. Or Deadpool being in a movie with Wolverine. That was an automatic sell. People know who Deadpool is, and people know who Wolverine is. And if we get a movie about those two, yeah, of course that's going to sell, just like how it did. But Marvel's not doing these kinds of mashups that make people want to go out to watch the film. Like, there's no cool mashup in The Marvels, in my opinion. There's no cool mashup in, what is it, Brave New World, Captain America Brave New World. There's no cool mashup in there. Like, yeah, you've got Red Hulk in that movie, but you just don't have the same draw there. Because if we think about it, with Brave New World, that should have been Incredible Hulk 2 than Captain America 4. And honestly, if they was to make an Incredible Hulk film, I think that would make more of a draw. But from what I've heard recently, they've cancelled the World War Hulk movie. They've cancelled it because Brave New World didn't do good at the box office. But my question is, who wants to go see Incredible Hulk characters fight Captain America? Like, I don't want to see the leader in Captain America. I don't want to see Captain America fight Red Hulk. I'd rather see the Hulk fight those two characters. So Marvel's just not making good decisions in making people want to go and see these films. Because it's like, okay, if the Incredible Hulk was in Captain America Brave New World, I think it would have been received better. But at the same time, it might as well have been an Incredible Hulk film. And if people are going to be saying that about a Captain America movie, it's like, what's the point in going to see it if it's not going to be like Captain America? But that's just me personally. Marvel needs to work on trying to make films that people want to see with characters that they want to see. I don't want to see anything with Captain Marvel. Nothing. I don't care about that character. I don't care about Ms. Marvel, and I don't care about Photon. Did they have any characters in the movie that made me want to go see it? Nope. But yeah, man, so with Marvel right now, I think that's what they need to work on. Try to make films people want to go out and see. Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, I think those are definitely going to be them. And I think Thunderbolts is probably the only one people might want to go see right now. Let me read the comments because I've been talking too much. Let me read these comments. So, like, where the fuck is he? Alpha Flight is a team I need to read on, along with Excalibur and X Factor when Havoc led the team. Ooh, I do like Havoc. I do like Havoc. We last saw him in No Way Home. Man, I feel bad for Goliath. He died in Civil War. I know, innit? Exactly. We need real comic book writers to know the characters. You see, another thing as well, I'm glad you brought that up, saying Spider, like, do you want to know something? Why don't they just hire Marvel comic writers to write the movies? Like, I've never understood why they don't do that, and plus you could actually pay them less money to do that as well. I really don't understand why Marvel is so, the MCU, or Marvel Studios I should say, are so adamant in keeping the comic book writers away from the MCU, especially when you're gonna go use their writers' work anyway. Like bro, you used Avengers 1, which is heavily based off the Ultimates 1 in particular. You know, we've got Civil War, written by Mark Millar. You know, we've got Age of Ultron, which was heavily edited because, you know, they didn't have the rights to the X-Men back then. So that had to be heavily changed. You know, we've got Avengers Secret Wars coming, which is going to be based off all of the Secret Wars stories. So when I mean the original, the retconned ones as well. But I think it was Secret Wars 2 and 3 that were retconned. And also Secret Wars 2015. So, you know, there's bits of everything in there when it comes down to what people want to see. But why not just hire the comic book writers? You know, like, you get a writer like Jonathan Hickman. Like, I would like to see a Avengers movie written by Jonathan Hickman. Like, I would absolutely adore watching that. Or even a movie written by Mark Millar, because if you think about it, his comics are basically films. Like how Mark Millar writes, and how, like, the angles of the panels, like, when I mean by the angles, like how the shots of each image you see on a panel, they're very, like, cinematic angles when it comes down to hit the artwork in a Mark Millar comic book. So, like, why not hire him? And especially most of his comic books have become movies anyway. Like, have anybody seen Wanted with Henry McAvoy, Morgan Freeman, and Brad Pitt's ex-wife? Like, that was a comic book written by Mark Millar, and that became a loosely written adaptation. We got Kick-Ass 1 and 2. You know, I think there was Jupiter's Legacy. I believe that was written by him. I'm not too sure about that one, though. You know, so I really do think, like, why not hire some of these comic book writers? Like, they know the characters already. They've got experience with these characters. Why not hire them? Instead of hiring these nobodies that nobody knows, probably hasn't got enough, doesn't have a lot of experience with Marvel in general, you know? Because that's what they've been doing since the beginning of Phase 4. Like, they've been hiring people that are they've deliberately hired people who are not fans. Even one of the producers came out and confirmed that. The black guy with the glasses, I forgot his name, but he had some interview where he spoke about how they hire people, and he said people who are they consider people that they are hiring that are fans of the IP, they consider that a red flag. And because they want to have people who have no experience with the brand of Marvel, and it's like, no wonder why the films and the shows have been absolute garbage, because you're hiring people who aren't fans of the brand. And another thing, I think the reason that they do this is because they don't want to lose their jobs to somebody else in the future. That's another thing that I've been thinking about. It's like, why are you hiring people that have no connection to Marvel? Like, yeah, because when there's a loads of Marvel fans that are really fucking knowledgeable, even than me, you know, that would work at Marvel for a fraction of the price of any of these writers. They would want to work for Marvel just to work at Marvel. People who work at Marvel Studios who write these stories, like, they don't care. They don't care what they're writing. They just want to change whatever it is that they think that they know to fit their own personality. You know, one of them ones there where they change the character from the source material for the modern audience who never seems to show up to their films. You know? It's like, can we please stop changing shit? Like, it's fine. You know, hire people that are fans of the brand because they know what the characters are like, and they aren't going to make any unnecessary changes to the source material. Female Taskmaster and Silver Surfer, I'm looking at you. And Black Kang. Who else? Who else have they altered for no fucking reason? I know there was Taskmaster, there's female Silver Surfer, there's Kang. I'm forgetting about somebody else. There's somebody else I'm forgetting about, but I can't seem to remember. I'm trying to think, who else am I forgetting here? Yeah, there was Thanos. They did change Thanos, but... Was that for a better reason, though? I mean, it made more sense on why they changed Thanos from the source material, because it's like, bro, are you really gonna wipe out half of all existence in the universe just so you can get some undead pussy by Mistress Death? I don't think people would have got behind that as much as they did with the MCU's version of Thanos, but even with Thanos, they didn't even fully explain why he wanted to do like, yeah, he did it to maintain balance, but they later retconned that he did that to maintain balance from too many Celestials from being born. You know? But anyway, I'm talking too much, folks. So which number do we go for, folks? So we got 3 options. Well, no, we've got 2 for this one, actually. We've got, how can we trust you after what you did to Prison 42? Or what is it like being a part of the fold? Yeah, so let's see more of the comments. So, exactly, we need more comments. Yes, I said that one. I hope they don't do Bob dirty, says my little sister. And Spider Brian Zilla says, Brave New World is like a Hulk movie, but the character Hulk replaced with the new Captain America fighting against a red version of that. It's like fire around his whole fucking body with plot armor. So you see, I've been hearing a lot of discussion about this film, because how I personally see it is they've made unnecessary changes to that film as well. So they made it a Hulk movie without the Incredible Hulk, and then they went and changed the leader's design for no reason. So they didn't want to go for the big brain design. They went with a more deformed and like grotesque kind of look, where his brain looks exposed, his head shape is still relatively normal size, and it's just like, you didn't need to do this. They didn't need to change the design, because the argument that they tried to come with was it wouldn't have fit the tone of the movie if they went with the big brain design of the leader. This is how you know, let me just explain, this is how you know the person who said that is not a Marvel fan. Has anybody ever read the comic book called Immortal Hulk? Has anybody read that comic book? It's a very good one, and it's very dark. It's a very dark story, and there's a lot of gore, and like people getting torn apart. We see organs, we see blood, we see monsters ripping each other apart in that comic run. The leader was in that story, and he had the big brain design. Not once when I was reading that comic book did I say, hey, this is Immortal Hulk, this is a serious tone comic. The brain, like, the leader having a big brain doesn't match the tone of the comic book. Why does the leader have a big brain? Yeah, I never asked that question when I was reading Immortal Hulk. You know, when they went to hell? Like, Hulk went to hell, Bruce went to hell, the one below all, and all of those demons, those gamma irradiated monsters. Not once when I was reading that comic did I say, the leader, his design just didn't make sense for the comic because his head was big. And it's more darker than Brave New World. And then I'm hearing, oh, they changed the design because it wouldn't have matched the tone of the film. It's like, okay, you've changed it. Was anybody happy with the new design? No. So not only now, you've changed the design, people didn't like it, the movie bombed. Was it worth it? No. Stop changing the source material. It's fine. It's the reason why Marvel is so successful. People know about the source material. So when they change the leader's design, it's just like, what a wasted opportunity and an unnecessary change because it didn't even make any money in the end of the day. You know? Let me read some more comments. Not gonna lie, comic Thanos is more stronger than MCU Thanos. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Yeah, because like when it comes down to comic book Thanos, that guy can survive living in a black hole and shit. I don't think MCU Thanos could do that. I don't think he could be able to survive such DPS. He also shoots cosmic blasts, possesses force fields, busts planets, and also able to one-shot Galactus. Hell, he tore through planets when he fought Thane. That's also his son, by the way, if nobody knows who Thane is. And also, Kevin Feige needs to step down. Yes. He needs to. I mean, he doesn't have to stop working at Marvel, even though that would probably be preferred. I think, yeah, man, like, Kevin, you've had your vision, like, you've had your era, you know, like, it's like a president thing, like, and even he is the president of Marvel Studios, you know, that's his title at Marvel. Like, there needs to be a new election, or a new president of Marvel, and it needs to be a nerd. Like, it has to be one of those guys who reads the comic. Like he has to be one of those guys who goes to work at Marvel Studios and talks about what comic is coming out this week with his workmates. That's the kind of guy you need at Marvel Studios right now. He works there. He actually buys the comics, or he actually talks about Marvel when he's working at Marvel. You know, one of them ones there. That's what we need right now. Star Wars. Or, do you not know that there is another route, which I think they should have done after Phase 3 had ended, and they should have taken a hiatus. Right? I think that's what the MCU could do, which I think they should have done after the ending of Phase 3, and Spider-Man Far From Home should have been a part of Phase 4 instead of being the ending of Phase 3. After Endgame, we should have had like a 5-year wait of no Marvel content. Let people forget about the brand. Let people miss the brand, you know, because after Endgame, it was a big event. 10 years worth of content was being made. Let's take a break, recharge our batteries, and come out and think about what we're going to do for the next 3 phases when we come back after our break. That's what I would have done. And I think they can do that after Secret Wars, but I do know Marvel is definitely going to start making X-Men movies. They've pretty much confirmed after the multiverse era, it's going to be the mutant era. Like, it's all X-Men. But are they going to do the X-Men justice? Because, like, I say this, like, yo, Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars can make billions at the box office, but it don't mean the others are gonna make billions after those are gone. Is the X-Men going to make billions of dollars? Are the next Marvel movies post Secret Wars going to make billions of dollars? I don't think so. I personally don't think they're going to start making billions of dollars again after. I think some movies might. You know, when you've got a good combination of ideas in the film, like, I don't know, another Deadpool and Wolverine movie, that could be $1 billion. Wolverine versus the Hulk movie could be $1 billion. Spider-Man versus Venom, or works with Venom, that could be $1 billion. Fantastic Four, I don't know about Fantastic Four. We still need to wait for the new one to make money first. We need to see if that makes $1 billion or not. You know, they could do that. But yeah, though, I think what they're probably going to do is probably start off small. They're probably going to go back to basics, start small, and really try to go grounded with the storytelling and try to get some of our characters as we know and love. There is Thunderbolts, and I hear they are going to kill off that Taskmaster. I don't know. I don't know if that's legit or not. There's been rumors saying that Taskmaster's gonna die, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Man, I want a Hulk movie, man. That's honestly what I want. I want a Hulk movie. That's what I want to go to see at the cinema, a Hulk film. But they've cancelled it. So, I don't know what else I want to watch other than Avengers. Like, Thunderbolts, I'm still contemplating, because they have got the Sentry in that, but there ain't nothing I want to see other than Avengers. Oh, and it was Daredevil Born Again. Yeah. I liked that. Not as much as the Netflix versions, but I still really enjoyed Daredevil Born Again. Really enjoyed it. So now that the whole series is over, I guess I can give my full thoughts before I give my review. I really did enjoy Daredevil Born Again. It was by far one of my favorite MCU made shows. Of course he's gonna lose, bro. Of course he's gonna lose to some regular humans. Yeah, it's just a super soldier team. Like, this is the thing that I'm having a problem with. Why am I seeing characters that Hulk should be fighting when other characters are fighting them? Like Captain America fighting the leader in Red Hulk. That's Hulk's job. And Hulk should be fighting the Sentry, not the Thunderbolts. Like, where the fuck is Zemo? That's what I'm on about. Like, where is Zemo? Like, that's the character that I want to see more of, but I think that was probably Daniel Bruhl. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was probably Daniel Bruhl saying no, he didn't want to be a part of that movie. I know what kind of actor Daniel Bruhl is. He's one of those old school kind of actors who takes their shit really seriously. So, you know, my man's got to look at the script. My man's got to know about the character before he even signs a lick of paperwork. Yeah, that's Daniel Bruhl. He's one of them ones there. You know, so Daniel Bruhl's the kind of guy who likes to do character drama kind of movies. Like, if you've seen, hell, even Inglourious Bastards, he was very good in that. And one of my personal favorites, The Alienist. He was in a Netflix show called The Alienist, which was set in Victorian, the 1800s era, and it was about murders and stuff. It was really good, The Alienist, with Daniel Bruhl. But yeah, he's one of them kind of actors. So I think he probably chose deliberately not to be in Thunderbolts, but I hope that's not the case. I think Zemo was probably one of the best aspects of Civil War. Like, he was a very great villain, and he has no superpowers whatsoever. We need a male actor to be Taskmaster. No. Oh my gosh, you said the actor. Oh my gosh, yes, Scott Adkins. I'm a big Scott Adkins fan. Yes, Scott Adkins. Yeah. So hear me out, right? I've actually had some ideas for him. So Scott Adkins, I think, could possibly play Taskmaster. He could have played Punisher. I think he has that kind of grit. He could have played the Punisher if it wasn't John Bernthal, but oh, John Bernthal, man. Oh, I love John Bernthal's Punisher. Like when he was in Daredevil Born Again in episode 9, when he went, oh, I can't spoil. No spoilers, but there was one part in episode 9, right? And he says, when these guys come up here, I'm not playing patty cakes with them. I'm chopping them up. And I was like, rotted. Like, that is a Punisher thing to say. It's like, when these guys come through that door, bro, I'm chopping them up. Like, he was clear about it. That's the most Punisher thing to say. It's like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to chop these motherfuckers up. Like, proper. And it's like, yes, proper bad man. That's how Punisher's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a bad man. He's a good bad man. For the most part, like, you've got a little bit of good in there. But Punisher should always be a bad man. Even when he's being a good guy. You know, he's always that bad man. He's like, yo, listen, I'm going to fucking kill these guys. If you guys are going to get in my way, you're going to get this heat. But that's what I like about John Bernthal. Like, he's got the energy to match the Punisher. But in episode 9, I was like, yeah, bro. That's Punisher. Definitely. Alright, let's read some more read the comments. So, Scott Adkins, yeah, fits the department in my opinion. I watched a movie on Netflix. What was it? I think it was some kind of prison movie. I forgot what it was called. But he had like silver teeth in that film. Really good. Really good small budget film. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, Scott Adkins needs to come back. Well, not come back. Needs to come and join the MCU. Or potentially, if he's playing a video game character in a video game movie, you know, we can hire him for a Metal Gear Solid role. You know, I don't mind him being a character in Metal Gear Solid. Maybe not Snake. And maybe not Snake, but someone who can do some CQC. Maybe he could be like Gray Fox. You know, like Gray Fox the cyborg ninja. Like, yeah, give him something physical. And give him someone badass. Or another video game character that I thought he could play. But I don't think he has the right age just yet. Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. So it was either be him, Scott Adkins, but then my other choice, which I think is a bit, I'm not too sure about that spirit. But I would say probably Cillian Murphy to play Sam Fisher. But I don't think Cillian Murphy's got the grit to play Sam Fisher. But yeah, but definitely Scott Adkins. Him as Taskmaster. Maybe Punisher. Ooh, could he play a villain? Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper he could play as. Who else? Bushwhacker. You know, the guy, the plastic man, the guy with the plastic molded arms and shit. He could be a great villain. But he has to be someone physical, like a proper physical bad guy. Like, it can't be like the Maker. Like, he can't be like that. No, he has to be like a physically active fighting kind of character. I'm thinking maybe for a superhero, maybe for a hero, he could be someone. Maybe I could see him playing as U.S. agent, but I do like my man. I do like Wyatt Russell as U.S. agent. I like Wyatt Russell. He's a dope actor. Same with his father. So like the Russells, I fuck with the Russells quite a lot. So I do like him. But for a superhero for Scott Adkins, I'm thinking about that. But it has to be someone who does a lot of fighting, though. Has to be. Who else? Got another comment. So he says, yeah, me too. Scott Adkins is a badass actor. I wanted him to play Oh! Oh, that's a good choice, Craven the Hunter. Because he can do the accent. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it, but probably you guys have seen one of them by now. The Expendables. See, I gotta talk about this franchise as well. I love the Expendables, fam, but I think they came out in the wrong era of cinema. The Expendables should have been made in like the 80s or the 90s. I don't think the Expendables should have came out in the 2000s. I think it was a late idea to get all of like those blockbuster muscled actors from like the 80s and like the 90s and that, to get them all into one. It's basically like an Avengers movie for like 80s Hollywood actors. Like those action actors. You remember those ones? That's what Expendables is. He did play a bad guy in Expendables 2 when he fought Jason Statham. Yeah, so he did play like a Russian bad guy, so he can do the accent. He definitely can. But yeah, I could see Scott Adkins playing Craven the Hunter. Aaron Taylor Johnson is like a younger version of Craven, to be honest. Yeah. You see, the thing is, Aaron Taylor Johnson is a good actor, but he needs the right role. You know, like, he needs the right roles. Like not every role is for Aaron Taylor Johnson, even though he probably does have the right skill set for different sets of roles, like a diverse set of roles. He has got them. He has got the skill, but he just doesn't choose the right character. You know, like Brody in Godzilla 2014. I think he could make a great Godzilla character, just not Brody. Or like I think he could play as a great superhero character, just not Craven or Quicksilver. Like, honestly, I could see him playing a character like Venom, or Flash Thompson's Venom, you know, Agent Venom. Or if we're not even talking about a Spider-Man character, I could see him possibly playing like, hell, even Johnny Storm. I could see Aaron Taylor Johnson being Johnny Storm, or who else? Nova. You know, I could see him playing Richard, like, as Nova, you know, I could see him playing that. But Craven or Quicksilver, it's like, nah, that he just doesn't have the right, it's not the right role for him, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he's a very good actor, but he just doesn't choose the right roles. He's a bit like Jared Leto as well. Fantastic actor, doesn't choose the right roles. You know, like, I could see Jared Leto being a villain, like a super, like a Marvel or a DC villain, just not Morbius. Like, I could see him as Mr. Sinister. You know, like, he's got that look, like that kind of villainous look. When he's got like when you saw him in Blade Runner, he was fantastic in Blade Runner, a very good villain. I could see him playing as Dr. Sinister, or someone who's got someone who's got like a covered up face. So it's like a character that you wouldn't see their face, even though Jared Leto has got the face. What is his name? What is the son of Apocalypse? He's the guy who wears that suit. Oh my gosh, and I was just reading fucking Age of Apocalypse. His son. What's his son's name? So basically, he wears this giant suit because he got defeated, and you see like a skull in like this radiation suit. I could see Jared Leto playing like a character like that. You know, like those kind of characters that would require like maybe prosthetics or CG, like a villain, like a Thanos kind of villain. You know, like that kind of tier. You know, like a big kind of menacing kind of villain. I could see Jared Leto acting in one of those kinds of roles. You know, like a more intimidating CGI character. I'd like to see that. Maybe not Apocalypse though. I don't think he's got the voice for Apocalypse. And let me talk about Apocalypse. I know there was Oscar Isaac and William Rawson, the famine guy. No. Hold on. He was on the back of my Ultimate Wolverine box. Hold on. Let me see if I can find my box. He wears the radiation suit. Let me see if I could find it. Oh my gosh, I've actually got my Marvel Legends Carnage from Let There Be Carnage. I still haven't taken it out of the box. Oh. Let me see if I can find my box. And Jesus, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta start getting going. Hold on. So basically, he was a part... I forgot his name. I know who the character is. I just can't remember the name for the life of me. Hold on. I'm just gonna get the picture up. Hold on. I need to find it. So maybe somebody will probably tell me before I get to it, but I'm just searching up the name, so just bear with me one moment, folks. What was his name? Because he was in Age of Ultron. Not Age of Apocalypse, sorry. What's his name? Nemesis! It's Nemesis. My apologies, people. No, it's not Nemesis. It's Holocaust. Thank you, Spider Saiyan! Spider Saiyan, it's Holocaust. That's it. Yeah, it's Holocaust. That's the character that I was trying to fucking figure out. He's a really cool character. I found out about him recently. So I recently read through Age of Apocalypse, and there was one other story where he was in it. So I read Age of Apocalypse last year. I believe I'm up to the point. Let me get it up. Let me get the issue up. Hold on. Because since this is a comic book that I need to finish off reading, let me go on my Amazon page. Hold on. Age of Apocalypse. Which issue am I on? So I've got the old school one. So I've got the one from 19. So I've got Age of Apocalypse: The Chosen. I've got X-Men: Age of no, that's the more recent one. That's from 2011. Right. So I've got Age of Apocalypse: The Chosen. I've got Age of Apocalypse from 2005. And I've got Age of Apocalypse from 2012. Right, so the one that I've read is the original. I haven't finished reading the one from 2012. And there is another one that I haven't read all the way through. And that is from Age of Apocalypse 2015. And I believe that had to do with Battleworld. So yeah, haven't finished reading all of that just yet. But yeah, Holocaust is a character that I think Jared Leto could play really cool if he does it really well. Then again, even though we've already had him, but I think it would be a little too similar to Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. But I could also see Jared Leto playing as Quicksilver. But then again, if I think about Aaron Taylor Johnson's look of Quicksilver, I don't mean this as an insult. I know somebody's gonna think this as an insult. But then again, if I actually think, what would 616 Quicksilver look like? I don't think it would be Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like, if anything, Aaron Taylor Johnson looks a tad bit more like Ultimate Quicksilver. I know some people are going to get pissed off at me. Hold on, wait. I don't mean the character. Wait. I know some people are going to get their pitchforks out. I know, I despise Ultimate Quicksilver as well, and we all know why. That incest relation. I don't know whose fucking idea it was to do that. No. The design. Like his suit design. When I think of Quicksilver from the Ultimate Universe, when it comes down to his design, the more tactical, realistic look, that's the kind of depiction I get from Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver. Because anytime I think of 616 Quicksilver, I think the traditional blue suit, like the one that Fox Quicksilver wore in WandaVision. Oh, that was a oh gosh, did anybody watch WandaVision? Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember when we saw the guy who played Quicksilver in the Fox movies of X-Men, and he played some random guy called something Boner? I was like, why did you do that, Marvel? Why did you do that? Because we actually got that classic 616 Quicksilver in the Halloween episode, and I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? Oh, that's a good choice. No, have Jared Leto play as Nightmare or one of Doctor Strange's. Oh! What is his name? He kind of looks like Demonicus from Godzilla vs. Hulk, but it's not him though. Hold on. He was in Hulk. He was in Donny Cates' Hulk quite recently, but he was not Titan. Not Titan. Hold on. Let me get it out. Despair. That was it. I think his name was Despair. That's a Doctor Strange villain, I believe. Despair. He could be a cool. I could see Jared Leto playing that kind of villain, kind of like a disfigured, demonic kind of character. Oh hell, even Mephisto. You know, like you could kind of see Jared Leto playing one of them guys, like Nightmare, the person I just mentioned, Despair, Mephisto, Blackheart. No, but then again, we've already had a guy who kind of looked like Jared Leto. If anybody's watched those old school Ghost Rider films, I actually really like those films. Like, you know, back in the day, right? Back in the day, I actually thought those Ghost Rider movies were a part of the MCU Phase 1, but they actually weren't. I thought Ghost Rider 1 was, but it actually never was. But yeah, I enjoyed Ghost Rider 1 and Spirit of Vengeance. I liked 1 more than the second because, you know, you can really tell with Spirit of Vengeance, like, the budget dropped significantly from the first movie. Then they went a lot more practical with the Ghost Rider design. But yeah. Yeah, I can also see... No. I don't think people want to see Jared Leto play as Donny Blaze. Or... Would you, though? People who are watching, could you see Jared Leto as Ghost Rider? I think Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider, or Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider, or both. You know, Keanu Reeves play as Johnny Blaze, and Norman Reedus plays Danny Ketch, my favorite Ghost Rider. That's my personal favorite. And you know, we can get my man back from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to play Robbie Reyes again. I don't know his name, but he was a very good actor. He was the Terminator in Dark Fate, which I didn't like, but he was very good as the Terminator in that film. But yeah, Keanu Reeves and Norman Reedus as the Ghost Riders? Come on! Yes, we need that, please. Norman Reedus and Keanu Reeves as the Ghost Rider brothers. Like, can we please get that? 2 long-haired dudes. They both look good, so it will draw the women in. Yeah. But I got a question. I got a question though. Who would you like to see as the MCU's Wolverine? Because they've confirmed that we are definitely getting an MCU Wolverine, but I did hear that they are going to keep Hugh Jackman around for a while. So what I think they might do, I think it was post Secret Wars 2015, where we saw like Old Man Logan stood around in the main Marvel universe for a little bit. I think they might do that with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine as the new Wolverine takes over. I think that was post Secret Wars 2015, where like Old Man Logan linked up with 616 Logan, but before they linked up, prior to that moment, Old Man Logan was rolling around in the main Marvel universe for a while, so I think they might do that with Hugh's Wolverine. But who would you want to see as the new Wolverine? And I think they got the choice right, and that was with Henry Cavill. That would be really good. Henry Cavill has been dicked around in Hollywood. I want this guy to get a win! And he's one of us, guys. Like, he's a nerd. Like, he plays video games. Like, he's an actual gamer in that. And he's a nerd about these superheroes as well. Like, he's the guy that we all want to be. Like, we all want to be that nerd. But we all want to be that nerd that looks good and gets gal. That's Henry Cavill. Like, Henry Cavill was not the Hollywood, not the jock. You know, he wasn't the cool kid in school. He was a nerd. He got bullied in school. And now look at Henry Cavill. He's dicked down Gina Carano! He dated that woman, you know. And that, I don't know her name, but she dated the chick who played the hologram in Blade Runner 2. If anybody's watched Blade Runner 2, I love that movie as well, but she played the hologram chick. If anybody knows her, or if anybody's watched Keanu Reeves' Knock Knock, she was the cute girl, the blonde girl in that movie. Yeah, you see her? Fantastic, but fantastic actress. Henry Cavill's dated her too! And I'm like, brother, this is the guy most fandom want to be, because we all come from that nerdy background. Most of us do, but most of us are not getting a woman like Gina Carano in our lifetimes. We ain't getting no Gina Carano. Henry Cavill. You lucky bastard, bro. I love you and I hate you, because you're a gallist, so I know you can't hate the game. You hate the player, don't hate the player, you hate the game, I know, but we all want to be as good looking as Henry Cavill and be that nerd. We all do. We all do, man. And he's Superman. He's my... Hold on. He is my Superman, but we all know who the best Superman is. The one, the great, Christopher Reeves will always be the best live-action Superman. The GOAT. Yeah, I know. He's always going to be the best one. But Henry Cavill reminded me of my favourite Superman, and that is of New 52 Superman. Hold on, I know. DC fucked up New 52 Superman a lot. I know they did, but I loved that depiction of Superman. He was the more modern depiction, and I loved the suit. I loved the suit, and I loved the New 52 designs of a lot of characters. But they fucked it up, man! They fucked up the New 52 and that Superman. They fucked it up! And that's my favourite comic book Superman. And there's actually quite a few. I love quite a few versions of comic book Superman. You know, we got classic, old school Superman from the Gold and Silver Age. Or we got Ultraman, my favourite evil Superman. We got Justice Lord Superman. We got Superboy Prime. You know, there's a good few Superman that I really do like more than the main comic book Superman. But yeah, man, that New 52 suit, I fucking love that suit. But I really am enjoying Absolute Superman because it's basically just another version of New 52. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but is this new Absolute universe basically a darker version of New 52? Because that's what it seems like to me. Like the Superman design, the laser eyes, the more modern depiction of things. I get that vibe from Absolute Superman, and it makes me happy. I know I should probably cover it on the channel. I probably should, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the first like event to come through, and then I'll probably cover it because you know you gotta wait for the world building to commence, and then you can really go and start enjoying everything. I know we've got Absolute Batman. At first, I was like, this feels like more generic Batman, like, you know, dark, brooding. Yeah, he's got a new suit, and it's a lot more grounded, which is new. But it feels a lot more like traditional Batman. But I did like this recent issue with this new version of Mr. Freeze. I really do like it because it's different, you know. We come up with something new and different, you know. That's how I personally like it. You know, if you're gonna come up with something new, come up with something that we haven't seen before. We'll just stick with the original, honestly. And I honestly think this new version of Mr. Freeze, or Absolute Mr. Freeze, I'm liking it. Like this whole skinny freeze monster kind of design instead of the big mechanized suit, which we've always seen. Don't get it twisted, though. There are some really cool fucking versions of Mr. Freeze in his suit with the gun. You know, we got like the comic book cut versions, we got the cartoon. Hell, we've even got the Arkham version of Mr. Freeze, which looks really cool. And the Arnie version. Arnold Schwarzenegger's version of, well, his design is really cool, but the actual depiction of the character, not so much. But then again, I can watch pretty much any Batman movie and enjoy them. It just depends what mood I'm in. You know, if I'm in a cheesy Batman mood, like I'll go watch an Adam West, or hell, I'll even go watch the 90s Batman movies, or if I'm for a more dark approach, I might go watch the Keaton films, or I might go watch the Dark Knight trilogy, if I'm looking for something a bit more darker. You know, if I want something a bit more animated, I got the animated show. If I want some Kevin Conroy, I got the show. I've got the Arkham games and shit and some animated films. So it really depends on what mood I'm in. I can enjoy any Batman movie. I'm not one of these people who hates Batman films. Batman can be serious, Batman can be campy, and there can be a middle ground. So it really doesn't bother me if they go dark or light tone for Batman. Go figure. It's up to you. But when it comes down to Absolute Batman, I'm starting to appreciate it. Because when I first started reading it, I was like, this is just more of what I've seen for Batman. But with this from Mr. Freeze issue, like, yeah, I want to see more now. Anyways, let's continue with the comments. Oh my gosh, it's 9:30. I gotta go to my mumsies. So I'm gonna... Then again, I've been answering questions. I'm gonna answer some more questions for another 10 more minutes. And then I'm gonna start heading off. So, it would be... so we go. So, no, have Jared Leto play Nightmare Evan Peters. That was the name of the guy who played Fox's Quicksilver. It would be terrifying if Blackheart's demonic beast form was brought to life in the MCU. Yes. Honestly, they don't really have to change much. Like, even with his comic book depiction, like, he looks really cool, especially with the black eyes and the dreads. No, the red eyes and the black dreads. Like, I really like that. So, if they just copied his comic design, I would not complain. But they did go a bit more realistic with it, with the first Ghost Rider movie. Like, they did try to go for a more human depiction of Blackheart, But yeah, I want a comic book version, man. Go full demonic monster with it. Then we got a new actor is playing Wolverine. He has to be at Wolverine's height in the comics, 5'5", and he would be Canadian. X-23 World Domination. I would hope to get to see more of Daphne Keane. Yes, Lexi Boo. More than likely, I think she even might be the replacement for Wolverine. Like, she might even be the MCU Wolverine. I doubt it though, but I have a feeling that like Nora's gonna be coming into the MCU soon. 5'3". Yeah, I see what you meant, bro. I know what you meant. Agreed. We would have had David Soups. Give David Soup. Yeah. We should give David Cornsweat a chance. Yeah. You see, the thing is, it's Gunn. It's James Gunn. I don't like a lot of his superhero films. Like, I love Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Not the first two, though, but I love 3. But, no, man, like, I don't want that Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. With DC, it's... Because the thing is with me, with MCU comedy, I watch MCU films on repeat. The thing is about MCU comedy, after you've watched whatever the comedy act has happened like 5 times, the joke is no longer funny. And the joke is actually quite cringe to watch for me. So I watch MCU films on a regular basis. So I watch a lot of Incredible Hulk, Avengers 1 and 2, 3, Captain America Brave New World. Recently I've watched, what's it called? Ant-Man, the Ant-Man trilogy. And honestly, when it comes down to the humor, it's like, yeah, the first few times you watch it, you get the joke. But after the 3rd time, it's not funny. So I just hope hope James Gunn doesn't add that MCU comedy, or in particular, Guardians of the Galaxy comedy into everything, into the new DCU. Please don't. Now, I get it though, but for Superman though, it does make sense to be brighter, because obviously it's Superman. Like, with Henry Cavill's Superman, they went with the New 52 approach, which was the much more darker depiction. People criticized Henry Cavill's Superman for being too dark, so for going in a brighter direction, it makes sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense. It's just James Gunn. His other work, like Brightburn, Slither, Scooby-Doo, probably some other films that I'm forgetting to mention. I really do like his other work, his more serious tone work, and, well, except Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's never been serious, but I also enjoyed his Scooby-Doo movies. I just don't want that Guardians of the Galaxy vibe on Superman, which I think they're probably going to do. I have confirmed that Ultraman is not actually going to be Ultraman, but is going to be another DC villain, which I'd say, what was the fucking point of even adding that in the first place? But yeah, I don't like the idea of using Ultraman when Ultraman is known to be the evil Superman of the crime syndicate. If they use Ultraman now, that means we can never truly get a regular crime syndicate Ultraman, which I was hoping we'd get in the future, but nah, I don't think they're going to do it now. So that makes me a little bit upset, because Ultraman is a distinct version of Superman. Like, everybody talks about evil versions of Superman, like the Seven from The Boys. People say they're evil Justice League. It's like, no, they're not the evil Justice... Yeah, they are, but they're based off the crime syndicate. They were the original evil Justice League, and I would like them to finally get the respect that they deserve. Because people think, when they think evil Justice League, they would think Injustice. And it's like, no. No, like, that is not evil Superman. That is upset Superman who can't get over the fact that he killed his wife. Like, go get it twisted. I'd be angry too. But when I think of evil Superman, I think Ultraman or Superboy Prime. That's what I think about, you know. Or we could do the Justice Lords. I wouldn't mind them, because I love Superman and Batman's design. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Justice Lords going up against the Justice League movie, perhaps. That would be great. Or even a Justice Lord versus the Crime Syndicate comic. Yes, can we please get that, DC? Get two polar opposites. The Justice Lords. The authoritarian Justice League, who believe in absolute law. Then you got the Crime Syndicate, the world where evil overcomes good. I'd like to see those two versions of the Justice League go at it, but I don't know. I guess it's got to be a wait and see thing. Then we got Absolute Mr. Freeze is like a Scarecrow version, like a demon. Yes. See, the thing is, though, when it comes down to Scarecrow, I don't know why, but my favorite version of Scarecrow is actually from Batman Begins, and it's the most basic design. I know, the Scarecrow from the Arkhamverse is probably a better design, like, practically speaking, but I don't know. It's Cillian Murphy's depiction. When I see him wearing, like, the Scarecrow mask with the tuxedo, I don't know why, but I find it very unsettling. Like, when I see the Arkham Knight version of Scarecrow, practically, it's a better version of Scarecrow in general. But I find Cillian Murphy's depiction more unsettling, because it's a guy wearing a suit, wearing a Scarecrow mask. It's strange, because when I think of somebody wearing a suit, I don't think of a crazy person, but it gives off that weird vibe of like the nut, or like the crazy man is running the nut house. I kind of got that vibe from Cillian Murphy, from that basic-ass version, but I really like it the most, but it's not the best design. I probably got to go with, like, Arkham Knight Scarecrow or Arkham's Asylum Scarecrow, but the one that scares me the most, the one that actually makes me feel unsettled the most, is, for some reason, the most basic version of the character. Why is this? Is it because when I think of a person in a suit, when I think someone wearing a suit, I think a sophisticated individual. Now, can you imagine if a sophisticated individual was as insane as Scarecrow? But I still think, though, like, the Arkham Knight version's probably the best version, but I'm not actually scared of that version, if that makes any sense. Like, when I see Jonathan Crane from Arkham Knight, I see the bag mask, I see the skulls, I see those breathing apparatuses coming out of his face. Like, yeah, that's Scarecrow. Like, it's supposed to look hideous, but I'm not scared of it. Why is that? For me, it's 4:30. Oh, so where are you from? So I know most of my audience is either from America or Europe. I know I've got a lot of Europeans and a lot of Americans who watch the channel. I am from the UK, so I'm slap bang in the middle. I come from a shithole country. And yes, I can say that. I live in a shithole country, by the way. It's been a shithole for about 25 years. And it's even worse. I got a socialist government ruling this country, so, you know, that's like 2 steps or 1 step away from communism. Can you guys come over here and start a war with us, please? Like, I'll defect. I'll snitch. You know, like, if the US military or the US SEALs was to come over and take over, like, yeah, I'd snitch. Like, please come over. I want freedom of speech. I want that shit. I want the right to bear arms. Like, I want that shit. I ain't got that shit over here. I don't have the freedom of speech. I got the freedom of expression, quote unquote. Where's my freedom? What? I want to go get myself a double-barrel shotgun. I want to collect myself some rifles. I love guns. They're cool. I get myself a fully automatic shotgun and just go to the range just to shoot that shit. Don't get it twisted. I don't do violence. I wouldn't do it to go kill people. I'd get a gun specifically to go to the gun range, and I'd spend hours in there just trying out different guns. Yeah, we ain't got that shit over here. We use knives, which is even more disgusting and more personal if you think about it. But yeah, man, I hate my country so fucking much right now. Please, Americans, like, come over. Like, we won't fight back. Like, you guys think there would be a war? Like, most of us would be like, yo, Wagwan, we hear that you're coming over to fight us. Don't worry. We're not here to fight you. We'll let you know whatever it is whatever it is you need to know, and as long as we get the same laws as you guys do, we'll gladly help you. Yeah, that's what I do. Like, but obviously there has to be a price, of course. Yeah, I get to be the person directly. I get to be the person who gets to execute my prime minister. I get to. I know there's some people who hate Donald Trump. Listen. You guys may hate Donald Trump, but you won't hate him as much as my prime minister. With Donald Trump, yeah, he's a cunt. Don't get it twisted. He can be a cunt, but he's actually a likable one. Over here in the UK, there is no likable politician. There is no likable prime minister. Not one. Not one. Oh, can you tell me? Well, you're not from here, so you probably wouldn't know. But do you know any prime ministers from the UK that have been praised as much, even a fraction as much as Donald Trump? I think you probably do know who that name is. And I haven't been alive to see him, and that was Winston Churchill. That's probably the only prime minister in UK history that has a positive reception. Everybody else, everybody hates. They hate Tony Blair. They hate Gordon Brown. Well, we all hate them. Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Boris Johnson, Theresa May, Liz Truss, Richie Nutsack, and now we've got two-tier Keir. Ugh. Guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'd rather take Trump any day of the week. Like, you man are out here living it large. You guys actually have changes going on in your country. Like, if you hate Trump so much, let us have him. Like, we'll take him. Like, I don't fucking like him, and I'll take him over Starmer. That's how desperate we are. Like, guys, if you don't want him that badly, like, come, we'll take him. Come, give my man a British passport. Come. Fucking hell, I'd rather have Biden than fucking Keir Starmer. Come on, Americans, man, you guys got the best shit. Come over, just come over and invade. It's not even an invasion, we're letting you in. Come on, man. Come on, don't let us live like this, please. I want to have freedom of speech. I want to have the right to bear arms, man. It's not fair. It's not fair, people. It ain't. It really ain't fair, man. You guys got the best shit. We got... I'm talking too much politics, man. I'm glazing too many Americans right now. But it's true! But it's damn true, man. Come over here and invade our country. I promise we won't fight back. Maybe those people who believe in Starmer, but we'll kill them off before they kill you. Don't worry, man. But still, come over, people. We want your laws, man. We want to be that 51st state. Canada don't want to. We do. We do. Hello? If Canada don't want to be 51st, we will. Trust me. We'd rather be the 51st state of America than be with the country that we are now. Trust me. Trust me, people. It's... You guys have got the best shit, man. You guys have got the best president right now. I don't know a single who is happy other than the Americans right now? Who? I don't know a single country that is happy with their president or prime minister. Only America, because you guys got the best. Oh, it's not fair. I'm sorry, people. But America's a fantastic country, but you gotta bring that fantastic nature over here. You can't have it all to yourselves, man. Come on, you gotta share some of that love. But anyway, let's read some more comments, people. Let's read some more comments. That's 4:30 for you. The thing is about Donald Trump, he's an OG, yet the stupid politicians prefer to elect the corrupt officials over gangsters because gangsters can't stand corruption. That's a good fucking point. You see, the thing is, fam, when it comes down to gangsters, especially over here, like, I'm not gonna lie, the gangsters are stupid, but they're very straightforward. And one thing with gangsters that they always find very important, is loyalty. Over here, when it comes down to our politicians, there's no loyalty. None. No loyalty. Like, we see politicians over here snake each other every day of the week. Like, I'm telling you, like, people throw each other under the bus for saying the wrong thing, even if they're brethrens in real life. If they're actually good friends in real life, you will see another politician snake his brethren. It happens over here on a daily basis because there's no respect in politics over here. None. Like, over here, nobody takes accountability. Like, don't get twisted, that happens all over the world. But over here, it's a lot more classism. Like the high-ups don't like the working class. And the thing is, like... I'm getting too emotional with this crap. But the thing is, right now, the working class in the UK are getting screwed over the most. Let's just leave it at that. But, come on, Americans. We need your help right now, man. Save us from this socialist government. But yeah, though. Anyway, it is 9:49, folks. I have been talking for way too much. But do not worry. We have got another stream happening this week again, so we stream typically every weekend on Saturday or Sunday, but I have been busy this weekend because it was Easter and it was 420, so we had to bump it up over to today. But don't worry, folks, we're going to be streaming more Ultimate Alliance this Saturday, and hopefully the stream should be a lot more longer. I wouldn't mind dating a British girl. Any tips? No, actually, you should be good. Like, Galileo, so it's a bit the same. Like, over here, if you've got an accent, girls like accents, because, you know, like, we always have, like, either the UK, how would I say this? So we've got 3 versions of, like, English over here. So we have what people would call posh, or well-spoken English, you know, like the... How are you? Good afternoon, madam. You know, you got that. Then you've got... Well, you've got your regular English. They don't talk too formal. It's like a middle ground. So there's 4. So there's well-spoken English, you know, the more posh English. You've got your relatively normal English. You know, they don't speak too formal and they don't speak too informal. It's normal talk. Then you've got your Cockney English. It's more of an accent though, but it's more East. If anybody's watched The Boys with Billy Butcher, that's a Cockney accent. That's more of a rare accent to get over here in the UK, but it's the Cockney accent. It's the more, hello governor, how's it going today? That's the Cockney accent, you know, more East side. Then you've got your slang English, which is the most common over here, unfortunately, which everyone goes like, hey, what's up, bruv? In it, mate. Wagwan. You know, if you listen to UK rap music, it's that kind of accent. You know, you would hear that quite often. And honestly, I think it's poor man's English, personally. I do speak slang every once in a while. Like, I do speak it, 'cause I do come from that kind of area, but that's not my main form of English. And trust me, if you know how to speak proper English in this country, you'd be surprised how helpful it is to get you a job. Because, like, trust me, if you speak well-spoken English over here in the UK, it's like having a bonus qualification. So if you speak fluent English and very formal English, yeah, you can get a job, a pretty good job. That's just above your qualifications if you've got the right English. But yeah, the most common English over here is UK slang, unfortunately, they're the most broadcasted. But if you are from America, gal them over here will love you because of your accent and where you're from. Women over here love Americans. Women over here like a person with an accent as well. You know, so if you've got an accent, it makes you special. It makes you stand out from the rest of us. Also, being tall also helps. Then again, no, not really, because most people are quite short here, actually. Like, it's noticeable to see somebody who's 6 foot in the UK. Like, there are tall people here, but it's a lot more noticeable when you see somebody tall in the UK. Like, if you're walking in London, like, you would notice a tall person in the UK. Like, over here, I think the height, that the average height over here is about, I want to say about maybe 5'6" to about 5'10". You know, like around that size or around that height is where you're going to see most people. So if you do see someone over 6 foot in the UK, it's very noticeable. Very. Then we got, OP Vigilantes. What is up, my guy? Which Ben Grimm is this based off? So this is Ultimate Ben Grimm. I was playing as the Ultimate Fantastic Four this episode. But actually, yeah, let's talk about there. Let's actually talk to some of these characters before we go.
Let's just say it's good to be back down to just 2 voices in my head.
You'd better prove yourself curing Gargan. Oh yeah, so by the way, this is Matt Gargan Venom. This is not Eddie Brock. This is Civil War. So this is when Matt Gargan had the Venom symbiote, so that's the guy we're talking to. You better prove yourself curing Gargan as number 1. Or number 2 is, it's good to have you on our side. And number 3 is, we won't need mind control to keep you in line. Which one do we go for, folks? Number 1, 2, or 3? But yes, folks. Yeah, man. We need more Ultimate Fantastic Four, so we are going to be covering that on the channel. We will be... so number 1. You better prove yourself worth curing, Gargan. Yeah, we're going to be covering Ultimate Fantastic Four this week.
With a grudge against the fold, you got him.
Does this Ben turn into a human form with cosmic powers like he did in the Ultimates? No, it's only a suit, unfortunately. I am glad somebody else knows about that. Yes, somebody... Somebody knows about cosmic powered Ultimate Thor. Not Ultimate Thing, sorry. Yeah, so Ultimate Thing in the original Ultimate Universe evolved even further, so he could actually turn back human and get cosmically charged with power, this purple energy. So he could transform in between human, rock form, and use his cosmic abilities in both forms. Like, it was a really cool version of the Thing. Really underrated, in my opinion. He was really underrated because I don't think we really got to see those powers very often. Because if we think about it, it happened around Ultimatum era, and we didn't really get a lot of Ultimate Fantastic Four. We did get Ultimate FF, which was Ultimate Future Foundation. Yeah, which wasn't very good. Like, we did get to see the return of Ultimate Doctor Doom, the original, and we finally got an explanation on who that Doctor Doom was in Ultimatum. But yeah, Ultimate FF wasn't very good. But we did get to see Ultimate Thing rock his abilities in Dark Ultimates. We've actually got that covered on the channel. It's one of my favourite Ultimate storylines. Actually, I think it's in my top 3. Like, if I'm thinking about it, if I'm going to go with any Ultimate story, it's going to go Ultimates 1, 2, the Dark Ultimates, Jonathan Hickman's Ultimates, and then probably Dennis Camp's Ultimates. But then again, I don't really like Dennis Camp's. But I do like it more than Ultimates 3. And I do like it more than Al Ewing's The Ultimates, which is based in the 616. But yeah. I'm a very big fan of the Ultimates comics when I was a kid. Yes, same, and I grew up on them. Went to a local toy store and found the first 6 issues of Ultimate Fantastic Four. Sweet. So I'm actually going to be covering Ultimate Fantastic Four very soon. So I've got the first 6 issues down in on video. I just need to do the recordings and that. But yeah, we will be starting Ultimate Fantastic Four this week. Let's start with the next question. How can we trust you after what you did in Prison 42?
Hey, I didn't have control over my actions, which isn't to say I feel bad about them.
If you try anything like that again, you wish you hadn't, as number 1. So, oh yeah, so there is Jonathan Hickman's run of the Ultimates as well. Yeah, so that is the debut of the Maker. I wouldn't say that was when the Maker was born, but it's when the Maker was fully formed. Because, like, the Maker was definitely there with Ultimate Doomsday when Reed finally turned bad. I would say that was the time when the Maker was first created, like, when Reed became a villain. And with Jonathan Hickman's The Ultimates, that was when we finally got the fully formed Maker. Like, when he got his own suit, he made his own new identity to go with his evil new nature. But I would say, yeah, like, Jonathan Hickman's The Ultimates is when the Maker debuted as fully the Maker. And also, one of my favourite runs in the Ultimate Universe. I am shocked to see Jonathan Hickman hasn't continued anything from that plot line. Like, even from his run, he didn't continue anything from, which I'm quite shocked about. Oh, and my man said number 1. So yeah, we're picking number 1. Let's go, the origins of the Maker. Yeah, so how I would say this, Ultimate Fantastic Four issue number 1 was the birth of Ultimate Reed Richards / the Maker, but mainly Ultimate Reed Richards. And then we got Ultimatum, which was the start of the birth of the Maker, and then it ended, and it just fucked everything up, and no wonder why Reed Richards turned into the Maker after, well, turned evil, at least after that. Then there was Ultimate Kang, who was also involved during the events of Ultimatum. That didn't get explained until Dark Ultimates, though. And then, yeah, he just went nuts. You know, he killed his own family, he killed his parents and shit. And then he just went haywire. And then the whole Ultimate Universe of Earth 1610 had to, like, work together to defeat him in the negative zone.
This is gonna be fun. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat for now.
And then after he got defeated in Doomsday and got locked away in the negative zone, that is when I would say, like, the Maker was... that was all that was left. Was the Maker. Like, there was no more Reed Richards by the ending of Ultimate Doomsday. It was basically the last story where Reed was Reed. And then after that, we did get Ultimate Fallout, which that was the first appearance of the Maker, but it was only an appearance, like a brief panel, no dialogue, nothing like that. But in Ultimate Fallout, we do get to see Proto Maker. So he's in his traditional suit, but his helmet isn't as advanced as we would see it in Jonathan Hickman's Ultimates. And then after Fallout, we get Jonathan Hickman's The Ultimates, and that's when we get to see the Maker take command, basically. That's the full debut of him. And honestly, I've got to say, it was probably one of the best changes to Ultimate Reed Richards. And I loved Ultimate Reed anyway, you know, before the Maker. So him turning into a villain, it made sense to me, because I honestly saw Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe as the nerdy kid who tried to save the world but ended up failing. You know, because Ultimate Reed was basically a lot more of a flawed nerd. You know, people didn't take him seriously when he tried his best to do his best. You know, he was always what's the word I'm looking for? He was always second-handed to Ultimate Iron Man, so Antonio Stark. You know, the world always preferred him, even though Ultimate Reed Richards was confirmed to be smarter than Ultimate Tony. You know, so he was basically the kid who always got bullied and finally had enough after the events of Ultimatum. It was just, I'm sick and tired of helping you people. You always treat me like shit, and you all treat each other like shit, so what's the point? Yeah, Ultimate Reed Richards is literally more Doctor Doom than Doctor Doom, yeah. So Ultimate Doctor Doom in the original Ultimate Universe is basically a less capable version of Doctor Doom. So Doctor Doom was more of a negative zone creature, if you think about it. That's what Ultimate Doom really was, if you look at how he looks, and you think about what the creatures look like in the negative zone. That's basically what Doctor Doom was. He was half human, half negative zone monster. And yeah, I do like it, because it was a unique design for Doctor Doom, but you know, he was just as arrogant, but nowhere near as capable. Like, Doctor Doom in the Ultimate Universe was just like, bro, you don't have the skill. You don't have the gravitas as the main Marvel Universe Doctor Doom. And I think that's what Brian Michael Bendis was going for, but when it's to the point where Doctor Doom didn't really seem like much of a threat to the Fantastic Four, he was, but when you really think about it, he wasn't much of a threat to anyone. You know? You know, because if you think about it, yeah, he got defeated quite quickly in his first storyline, in his first story arc. Then there was the Marvel Zombies storyline, which I think they showed most of his feats in the Marvel Zombies. Like, what he was mainly capable of doing, power set wise. But after that, he got trapped in the zombie universe. Then Mary Storm took on the mantle of Ultimate Doctor Doom. So not a lot of people know about this. The Doctor Doom that we see in Ultimates 3 and Ultimatum is not Victor Van Dame. It's the mother of Sue and Johnny Storm. So nobody knew about this. It got retconned in Ultimate FF, which also sucked. They basically confirmed Ultimate Doctor Doom, after all of that time, was trapped in the Marvel Zombie universe. He couldn't die because none of the zombies could actually eat him, because his body was made out of metal. Would you say that the first live-action Fantastic Four Doom is yes. If we're talking about the early the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies, yes, he is based off Ultimate Doctor Doom. Actually, both. He's based off both, but yes, he is based off Ultimate Doctor Doom. if you remember, the metal skin underneath the human flesh, that's from Ultimate Doctor Doom. Yeah. So anytime you look at ever wondered why did Doctor Doom in the first two, well, the early 2000s Fantastic Four films, why he was metal underneath his skin, that's directly ripped from the original Ultimate Doctor Doom. Because that's what happened to him in the original Ultimate Universe. When after they exited the negative zone and got their powers, Doctor Doom's skin began to peel off, revealing the monster underneath. So yeah. And also Fan 4 Stick, which also sucks, is directly based off Ultimate Fantastic Four. Them being young, for example, the end zone, the teleportation to the end zone, directly from Ultimate Fantastic Four. Even the concept behind that shitty Doctor Doom. Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you this, guys, but that Doctor Doom is actually, believe it or not, somewhat accurate to the source material, despite how fucking garbage it was. So, like, Doctor Doom being a creature of the negative zone, yeah, like, that was definitely comic accurate, but, oh gosh, it was awful. Like, he looks like it looked like a character made out of clay and green lights. Like, if you just had a clay character and you just shoved green lights into it, that was Doctor Doom. But anyway, folks, I am half an hour late. I have got to go now, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this issue. Next week, or sorry, not next week. This week we are going to finish off Ultimate Alliance 1 on the Pro Registration Act. And then after that, we are also going to start the... We were anti-registration. This account. So the next playthrough, we are also going to do the Pro Registration. Let me read that comment before I go. So any last remaining comments from anybody? Now is the time. Any last remaining comments? I'll give you 2 more minutes. Yeah, so would you say that Doctor Doom and Fantastic Four movie was based off Ultimate Doom? Yeah, I said that already. I've never watched the Fantastic Four 2015 reboot. Was the Reed in that movie based off Ultimate Reed or 616? So, Ultimate. Anytime you see young Fantastic Four, that's Ultimate. So, like, the Fantastic Four, being teenagers, that's directly from Ultimate Fantastic Four. Oh, shit. What was that? What just happened? Oh, okay, sorry. For some reason, my headset just beeped, and I thought my headset had turned off on me. I don't think it did. No, it's still working. It's still working. So, could we get a maker in Avengers Doomsday? There have been theories about it. People have asked for Miles Teller to come back as Reed Richards to play as the Maker, because that's what they were going for in Fan 4 Stick. They were hinting towards that. And they could automatically, easily say that the end battle of Fan 4 Stick was an incursion. They could easily say that last battle scene was an incursion, because if you think about it, well, if you haven't seen it, Doctor Doom tried to bring Earth, or the negative zone, to the main universe. He tried to bring the negative zone universe into Earth, or to the main universe, but it didn't work in the end. But they could easily say, because of Doctor Doom's tampering, or not even Doctor Doom, it was Reed Richards' tampering, of teleporting to another universe, the negative zone, which caused them to have their powers, they could easily say, like, bro, your universe got killed off because you kept messing with the negative zone. And that could cause him to become the Maker in Fan 4 Stick's universe. Because they were definitely going to do the Maker if they did the sequel for Fan 4 Stick. Like, he was definitely going to turn into a villain. Because you could see some of that aspect, that selfishness that he had in the Ultimate Universe. You could definitely see it on Miles Teller, but the problem is the rest of the movie was garbage. Absolute garbage. But that is the only thing I like about that movie, is that they went with the Ultimate Fantastic Four, but they did it terribly. There are some cool things about it, but not enough to make the movie good, in my opinion. And I'm not even complaining about Michael B. Jordan playing Johnny Storm. Like, I'm not even complaining about that. I would actually say he was actually one of the best aspects of that movie. And that movie was really bad. And I despise race swaps or any kind of swap arounds these days. He was one of the best parts of that film. And it still sucked. But, yeah, man. So, that's what I got to say for this one. Like, Ultimate Fantastic, I think, because it's based off the Fantastic Four, of the Ultimate one, sorry, yeah, I will be making a video about that movie one day. And I even remember going to see it at the cinema and just remembering how dark it was, but it's just not a good film, man. But anyway, thank you all for watching this live stream and engaging with me in the discussions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoy doing these live streams every week. It really gives me time to engage with my audience. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. And thank you all for watching this live stream, and thank you as well, OP Vigilantes. Oh yeah, and before I go, videos, I've also got to speak about those. So I've got Ultimate X in development. That's going to be the next video, along with Ultimate Fantastic Four. And I should have some MCU movies or movie videos coming out. So we've got Ultimate Doomsday and... Oh, no, not Ultimate Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday. And I've also got 2 videos on Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. So stay tuned for that. And I should have my Ultimate Hulk and Bruce toy reviews by the weekend as well. If you're lucky, I might be able to push another figure review out this week. I might do a collection video. So I might do my Ultimate Spider-Man figure collection or my Ultimate Fantastic Four figure collection to go with that Ultimate Fantastic Four video. But yes, folks, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.